agent in FLA. Here's what you do. You pick up your cell phone and you dial pound 250. You just say the keywords free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is like a $699 value that is definitely worth it. I did it. I found out my heart is good. I don't have to worry about anything. I have peace of mind. Other people have gone and found out that they had to get it taken care of. So you be the next one to do it. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. Please tell him that Russ Rollins and the Monster sent you.
Subject to credit approval and down payment.
Let me get one thing clear. If I tell you you can come in and get a car for $0 down, then that's what will happen. It's not my fault that you don't believe. It's not my fault that you haven't tried. All you had to do was stop in, and you could have got a car for $0 down. Nervous some of y'all, saying y'all need a car and can't get approved. Saying that nobody will get you done, when I'm telling you, will get you done. Telling you what bad credit doesn't matter. Telling you what a repo doesn't matter. Telling you don't need no money at all. I don't understand y'all. Every day somebody walks in. Every day somebody don't have no money. Every day we get them approved. With bad credit, we get them approved. This is what we do. We get people approved with bad credit. And they don't need money. DaytonaMitsubishi.com.
Springtime has finally arrived in Central Florida, and that means now is the perfect time to reduce energy bills while improving your home value. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim replacement windows are crafted for homeowners who want the elegant strength and stability of wood without the high maintenance. And during Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 1 month only sale, when you purchase one window or door, you'll receive the second 40% off. Many homeowners say the transformation is immediate. Quieter rooms, regulated temperatures, and a level of comfort that can't be matched by others. JK says, love Renewal by Anderson, always professional, deliver as promised, and have such beautiful products. Their salespeople are top notch. And with $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months, upgrading your home has never been more achievable. Hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your complimentary in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years.
Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
On Plus nicotine pouches present Comfort Chronicles. A 10 o'clock tea time. How comfortable. You show up in stretchy shorts, a breathable tee, and maybe no socks.
Let the dogs breathe.
While others sweat in pleated khakis, you're in your comfort zone bombing drives. And in your pocket, On Plus nicotine pouches. The softest pouch on the planet. Buy a can at onnicotine.com. Products for tobacco consumers 21 years of age or older. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. Did you know that GimmeTheVin.com wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, a pickup truck, an SUV, a minivan, supercar, or an exotic? If Gimme the Vin doesn't beat a deal from CarMax or Carvana, they will pay you $100. Say goodbye to dealing with dealerships and private sale tire kickers and get a true buy offer on your car. GimmeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, media, MEDIA, media. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Lots to get to today. From what the hell is that to Scientology claims viral speedruns are hate crimes, and the FCC targets ABC over that Kimmel joke. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
Hello to you. You can send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Not bad. Yeah. Pretty good.
Hanging in there. I'll tell you this. I just barely got the beard shaved off this morning. I know you said on the stream yesterday, a lot of you said, Sean, it's not a beard. This is pathetic. What are you calling that a beard for? But I still had to get rid of it. I just barely got it shaved off.
Reset the doomsday clock then.
I did, yeah. I mean, no, look, it's still doomsday. Don't get me wrong. It's just, doomsday with a little less hair on my face.
Stubble.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I don't know what it is. I've never grown it past what it was yesterday. I couldn't get the beard you have going on right now. Couldn't get it done.
You just got to try. You got to get through the awkward phase, and then it'll be a thing.
I'm bad at the trying part. It's really what I'm suffering at, but I'm good at this. Let's start off like we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and let's go to a mother parenting her child, everybody. All right, brace yourself. This is tough for some of you on the gamer side and tough for some of you on the parenting side, too. This young kid, who apparently was being pretty bad, has been instructed by his mother in this video that C-Lane saw going around to smash his PlayStation while she films. And this led to a lot of judgment, but first we must take in the content and let's see what happens here in our opening clip.
With your PlayStation 5, how you picked my cat up and slammed it on the ground multiple times. Do it.
Oh, he smashed it.
Now pick it up and do it again.
I'm pretty sure she said there, you smashed my cat, right?
So he was being punished for lifting her cat up and throwing, and I believe it was a kitten. I read some of the backstory on this. By the way, the cat is okay.
Okay,
I think it might have had to go to the vet. Some of the people who were I don't know if this was necessarily a criticism, but it was she should have sold the PS5 to pay for the Betville.
No way. It's way more of a punishment to make the kid smash the PS5.
I agree that this is a lesson better learned.
Yeah, and if this kid hit the cat or something, again, cat's okay. Everything's all right with the cat. But if this kid hit the cat, this is absolutely a fair punishment for this kid to have to smash his PS5.
Hold on. Let me move this for you, baby, so you know it's real.
Move this for you, baby.
I want you to raise it up on your tiptoes and slam that bitch as hard as you can like you did my motherfucking cat.
Oh!
Pick it up and do that shit again. Since you got anger issues, we gonna fix them today.
Oh!
Pick it up and do that shit again.
It's falling apart now.
Pick it up and do that shit again.
One more time.
Oh, this is, I mean, 2 or 3 more
Pick
times.
that shit up and do it again.
He's crying as he smashes the PS5.
Pick that shit up and do it again. Pick that shit up and do it again.
She's just going to keep going, huh? Just over and over and over. Does she change it up here at the end?
Yeah, at the end, she tells him to throw it away.
This is your punishment. Now pick all that shit up and throw it in a trash.
All right, I saw a lot of people coming at this mom kind of hard, and they're like, why would you film your kid? Why would you do this? Why would you make them smash their place? Are you kidding me? Sometimes this is the only kind of thing that these kids will understand, number one. But, hey, I would encourage everybody to stop remote parenting other people's kids, all right? Like, for once, just stop remote parenting other people's kids. If the kid hit the cat and he has to smash his PS5, so be it, baby. That's the outcome I'm here for, all right? I want to see him smash his PS5. I want to see little kid tears rolling down his face, and I want him to never think about touching a cat again, okay?
By the way, I can't remember the last time I've had to censor a video with a person who talks as fast as this woman does. Usually when you're censoring through a video and you're looking at the waveforms, you can kind of see where the curse word is.
Not here.
She's like, pick that as up and do it again. And I'm like, I think it's right there. Let's try that.
Somebody says it probably still works too. I don't think so, right?
I think after the first smash, possibly, because just those 2 cosmetic little fins came off. And then she moved them out of the way to make sure that the next couple smashes got direct concrete, you know?
Yeah. And here we go. Let me give it up for Bandit in YouTube chat. Bandit, the only person who gets it. Sometimes you have to learn the hard way, says Bandit on YouTube chat. Thank you. Thank you for being the right person in this moment. All of these people that are like, you shouldn't film it, you shouldn't publicly embarrass your kids when they do something like this. Oh, hell no. Sometimes public embarrassment and ridicule is a legitimate and good part of a punishment. I really believe that. Like sometimes because people don't feel the shame themselves. You follow what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
They don't feel the shame themselves. You have to hoist the shame and foist the shame upon them, whichever one of those is correct. You have to push them into the shame circle by making the punishment a little bit more public.
How many
Tell him to
times-
get the PS5 and record his ass slamming it every single time.
How many times have you seen like a local interest, like news piece? Maybe it was a slower day or something, where it was like a kid who stole from a store and now his mom's making him wear a sandwich board outside the store.
Yeah, right.
That says,
Like,
I stole.
That used to be the thing, because if your kid gets silently punished and maybe you don't want to be aggressive towards them, you want to hug your kid to death, this is sometimes so much better. It's so much better. I know some of you are going to be absolutely against this, but as a kid who grew up with some punishments, even some physical punishments, I can tell you they made me better. They made me a stronger person as I'm an older person now, and I was improved by that. And when you don't want to use only the physical, you can do things like this. Make him smash his PS5. Now, if you don't film him, and you don't put it online like this, that little bastard is going to go around town and go, I didn't do nothing wrong. She just smashed my PS5 because she wanted to. But the reality of it is now everybody knows he hit the cat. And I think this is a good solution here. But if you don't, or tell me if you agree, I don't know. I mean, I really think sometimes people get on the parents for the public shaming. But I would probably do it.
This is like Don't F with Cats, the abridged version, you know?
Yeah. This was just somebody said to Charlie, don't F with cats. This is a lesson from the mom. Don't mess with the cats. Ex-swimmer on TNJ chat says, how could anybody that's had any kids at all think this was not justified? There's a lot of people, ex-swimmer, who are against the public portion of this. And I am not in particular. I am not. And Fan Freaking-tastic says, this fear of public embarrassment kept me from getting into trouble as a kid because my mom wouldn't have hesitated. Yeah. You know what my dad used to do on that point? My dad, and I don't know if you ever had this, Elaine. My dad
I
would
was a good kid.
Yeah, he was kind of. My dad would say when I was growing up, guys, my dad would go, hey, if you don't get this done, I am going to be dropping you off at school every day for 2 weeks. And he goes, I'm going to pull right up to the front. I'm going to get out. I'm going to give you a big hug in front of everybody. I'm going to make sure that everybody sees what's going on. And I'm like, no, I'll be good. I'll be good immediately. Mr. Buddha Bless on YouTube says, Sean, your punishments were before the internet. You weren't mass shamed publicly, maybe just local. But now the punishment needs to be a little more broad, I think. I really do. Is this good or bad? Tell us what you think. Dispatches and emails, we'll take them. tips@thenewsjunkie.com. And, of course, you can send a dispatch. Record yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. So many backseat parents. So many people watching people parent.
Pick that ass up and do it again.
I will never once tell C-Lane how to parent Jackson. Say, who cares? As long as kind of parents teachers love. Yes, again. All right, why are we not shining a spotlight on some of this stuff and going, hey, here's a parent who's doing it right, even though people will crap all over her. And one of the things that I think we miss in this is people go, and I'll get past this in just a moment. It's just set me on fire.
Mini rant.
To them. All right, mini rant here. I'll get past this in just a second. But one of the things that gets me about this is if it's not this kind of parent who is being hands-on, who everybody's crapping on the internet, it's the parents that are completely hands-off. And the parents that are completely hands-off and don't punish the kids and aren't really a force in their life, and there's probably not two parents in the household, and they do all of these different things. Those are the parents where you see the kids gathering for some takeover of Icon Park or whatever it is for the day. Those are the parents, not this lady's kid, not this lady's kid. But tell me if I got it right or wrong on this, or if she got it right or wrong. Let us know with your emails and your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Couple emails to get us started here in just a second. What's the
Sorry. Somebody says the public shaming could be enough, but I don't know, not my PS5. I think there needs to be the twofold. Like, there needs to be some loss there for the kid, not just embarrassment. There, the embarrassment could be something he gets over pretty quickly. But that loss of the PS5,
to double up, right? Yeah.
Now that all your friends know about it, they're hitting you up like, I guess you don't need that game anymore. What do you want for it?
Right. There are too many children who have friend parents, says Austin, that are unwilling to apply consequences for actions. And it leads to a-holes in society that expect no consequences for actions. Exactly. But we crap on the parents when they do, and we crap on the parents when they don't. Like, we need to support parents who I think are doing a good job. All right, over to these emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Here we go. Justin emails the show. Justin says to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, that Kimmel joke should get him canceled. And he says, what up, Sean? I'm just now listening to yesterday's podcast. I just finished the entire Jimmy Kimmel segment, but I had not heard this joke before, and I want to give my 2 cents. For one, it wasn't funny. And for two, I 100% think that liberal loon wishes death upon the president. He has so much hate in his head, it's ridiculous. Who makes jokes about a wife's husband soon to be murdered? It doesn't matter which side of the aisle people land on with this. That was ridiculous, and this guy needs to get off the air for good, says Justin. I want to take issue with this because I thought about this a little bit yesterday, and the most interesting thing about this was the Jimmy Kimmel joke that now has the FCC reviewing the license for ABC in some of their major markets. The joke that started all this, remember, it was supposed to be for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, a fake one that Jimmy Kimmel was doing, which I think is fair to compare. I think, and I heard his friend Adam Carolla doing this in a clip. I think it's fair to compare the White House Correspondents' Dinner to a roast event.
Yes.
Okay? And so if you say that this was a joke for a pseudo, fake, whatever, roast event, I don't think that kind of joke is really out of line. I don't. I think people say things like this. I think they say worse. Go watch the roast of Sean Wasson of me on thenewsjunkie.com. Buy the video on demand of that. It got way worse than that, okay? All right, so I don't really think that is out of line considering the format. And I don't think that people would have thought twice about it if there wasn't a shooting at the event. All right, that's where I'm at on that, but we want to see what else everybody thinks there. I'm no big fan of Kimmel. I think he can be funny, but I think he has gotten so, stun-locked by the Trump stuff. He's just so one-track stun-locked by that I think it's harming his content a little bit myself. But if you're going to get mad at this ain't the joke to get mad about, really. It's like, why are we being sensitive about jokes? All right, we'll take more emails, and there are a lot of them coming in already. Plus, the debate today that is taking over the internet. I want to see what you have to say about this. Very interested in your takes, so we'll have them trickle in. Maybe that's a hint as to what's happening, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
If AI ran this station, it'd be organized.
Clear.
Nobody wants that. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is still slow on I-4 today for drivers traveling in the Orlando area this morning, east and westbound on I-4, with the heaviest delays reported between Gore Street and Colonial Drive, as well as by the major attractions exits between US 27 and the 429. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place.
Hello, hello, hello! Hello! Welcome behind the scenes of the show. How are we? TNJ chat, welcome. I didn't activate the cameraman. Is he alive? Is he alive? All right, we're good. Hi, Maya on Twitch. Hey, Das Hefe on YouTube. Hey, everybody. How are we on a Wednesday? Should have some real good stuff coming up this week. I think we're going to have tomorrow on the show another interview. We're going to keep these interviews going. Tomorrow on the show, around this time, or 11:30 or so tomorrow, we're going to have the CEO of the zoo that is rescuing all of these sloths. So we're going to be able to check out the sloths and see what's going on with the mission to save them from the sloth world thing. That'll be tomorrow on the show, which should be interesting for sure. We got lots of twists and turns today. I'm excited to see you. What do you think about my jeans? I usually wear a different pair of jeans. Courtney's washing them. I don't know how I feel about this today. But ChatGPT ran the colors on me that are supposed to be good for me to wear, and red was the answer. So here we are. Is that outfit from the Rob Dyrdek collection? That's actually funny. That is actually funny. Although my shoes aren't cool enough for that. I thought all the sloths went to the Central Florida Zoo. That's who we're talking to, the CEO of the zoo. We'll be talking to him tomorrow. That sounds like an Obi joke. That was not Obi-Wan Kenobi who made that joke. The Rob Dyrdek joke was a very good joke about my outfit. Is this from the Rob Dyrdek collection? Was not from Obi-Wan Kenobi, actually. It was not. It was from Big Digits. Big Digits. Over on Twitch with that banger joke. You only have one pair of jeans? No, I have many, many, many pairs of jeans. I only wear one or two. Because why? I mean, they're jeans. If they look clean, if they smell clean, I only wear them for the show. Wear a red tie to your next meeting with the suits? What, like a power move? Welcome back to ridiculousness? Is it kind of like, welcome back to ridiculousness. Here's a guy getting kicked in the nuts 7 times. All right, you ready? Let's get moving, chat. Let's get moving, everybody. There is a massive fight exploding on the internet. I love to bring these fights to you. It's not the blue button and the red button today. No, it's something different. I'm going to start with a very simple question. All right? When you get into the shower, is your face facing the water flow, or is your back to the water flow. When you get in the shower, do you face the water or do you turn away from it? Face the water or turn away from it in the shower, sort of like this? Just that style? Facing, says Night Owl. Abraham Dragonfed says face. Back against the water. Lorena says back. I face the shower and put my hand over it until the water gets warm. Face, mine just comes down from the ceiling. Listen to Mr. Richie Rich in here. It's sort of a torrential downpour setting I have. Away from the water? Thank you, Missy. Who are these unhinged lunatics who operate with their face to the flow of water in some bizarre effort to get waterboarded for the entirety of a shower? And what does this say about your personality? What does it say about your personality that you want to stare into the stream of water instead of doing the very obvious thing and turning around and showering and the water runs off your back? I think it says something about personalities, all right? This is a huge debate taking over the internet. We're going to settle it right now. Face, then ass? This does not make my face dirty, you weirdos. No. You're just getting flooded in the face? All right, here we go.
Survey. To learn more, call 1-855-ISURVEY or go to isurvey.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, media. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Jimmy Kimmel said this week, I'm telling you, I'm taking it further. I'm taking it further in just a moment here. Learn more about the show in the world's most viral newsroom over at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane, I'm going to start with a question, and then I'm probably going to get really, really angry in just a couple of moments here and have some sort of meltdown.
That's fun for me.
Yeah, I figured it would be. I just want to start with a simple question. Let's say you're getting in a shower. You take one every couple of months, from what I hear.
Yep.
And when you get into your shower, C-Lane, the first question and the only question that I have for you today is, do you face the shower head or do you turn away from the shower head?
Away from the shower head.
Turn away from the shower head. My man, thank you for being a normal person, but also welcome to the world of autism. I am bringing you in. I am accepting it. Welcome, because that's what exploded this week. And the dumbest thing in the world to fight about. There was a lot of people who started suggesting the correct way. I didn't know there was a correct way.
This is the toilet paper,
Well, there's a correct way to do that part, but not this. They're saying that the correct way to take a shower is you get into the shower and you're supposed to be facing the water flow. The water is supposed to be hitting you in the face.
Constantly,
right?
Just constantly hitting me in the face?
Yes.
Borderline waterboarding me?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Waterboarding yourself for 11 minutes is no decision to make on yourself. But the experts who have weighed in on this, are stories all over the place. This one from news.com.au in Australia. It's the biggest news source in Australia. And they said experts have suggested wading into this argument online.
Experts on showering?
Yes, that if you shower backwards or turn your back to the water flow, it's a sign you're neurodivergent. Read into this, autistic. They're saying you're autistic if you turn your back to the water flow and don't drown yourself for 11 minutes straight in the shower. Make sense of this for me. How is that autistic in any way at all or in any form?
How about this? You typed out, I'm an expert at showering, and then people just believed you. Well, who gets an expert designation in that?
Yeah. I mean, by the way, I'm not even really saying that like facing the water is necessarily that bad. I get it. I get that people do that. But like the idea that you are going to delineate what is right and what is wrong and then call people autistic if they turn away from the shower is so beyond me. I don't know what to do with it right now.
This is one of those, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not necessarily a square. Like, yes, people, neurodivergent individuals who have like a lot of things that going on with sensory that they don't like are more likely to not like water hitting their face all the time. But just because you don't like water hitting your face doesn't mean you're, full on Spectrum Sam here.
I wouldn't think so. No, I wouldn't think that it says anything about you literally at all. I would think that these are just small decisions that people make at some point in their life. Sun State John said, are they peeking on us in the shower? Not yet. Not yet, but soon they will be. And they'll be telling you the way you can or cannot shower. Sean's on the spectrum confirmed, says MFQ. You know what? This is the problem. I think it's the normal thing to do is you get in, you let the shower hit your back, you let it rush down, you think about all the mistakes you made in life, and you punish yourself by turning the water a little bit hotter and a little bit hotter and a little bit hotter.
I think for me, the main thing, aside from not just a constant stream of water on my face, which experts in skincare would argue that constant direct water on the face can mess up your skin oils.
Nice. We got experts on our side.
Proper rinsing. Oh, wait, it says avoiding constant direct water. Oh, yeah. Avoiding constant direct water, which we're doing, can actually protect the oils on your skin, but they recommend rotating at some point to ensure proper rinsing. Sure, you want to wash your face.
Who's autistic now? Huh? There we go. We got experts on our side that are saying the proper way to do this is to get in, turn your back to the shower. You could turn around every once in a while, but, for God's sake.
For me, it's like, not wanting the constant water in my face, but also I like the water to push back my hair. You know, like it's just kind of like doing the brushing for me a little bit before I get and finish the job outside of the shower.
Even kind of doing one of these numbers, like swinging your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Let the water go back. I turn it down to nice and cool, almost cold, when I'm going to put it on my face for a second or two. And then I turn back around and heat it back up for my back. And that is not autistic, okay? That is not neurodivergent or whatever weird other word you want to use that's mostly made up, okay?
Does it mean anything for me, experts, that I shampoo twice? Like, because I read the directions maybe? Is that a little too spectrum-y for you?
You shampoo twice?
Yeah.
I can't get behind that. No,
you lather, you rinse, and then you repeat.
Oh, it does say repeat on the bottle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I've been told to shampoo less, so I can't. I'm not.
Well, I only do it like once or twice a week.
Honestly, it's kind of autistic to follow the directions on a shampoo bottle.
See, that's but that's what I guess people would say. That was like, oh, this guy reads the bottle. Actually, you should repeat, Sean.
I don't do that. I get in. I take my 11 minutes. I have the water just boiling away at my back, and then I put cold water on my face, and then I get out of there after I get the job done. But the idea that I'm just going to sit there the entire time staring into a stream of water, like, is everybody really short or really tall or what? I don't know how this works, but it turned into a massive argument online where the videos that started to go viral prompted questions. One of the experts is saying that it's individuals with neurodivergence who are showering what they call the right way. Depends on whether it's facing your back or facing your face or whatever. But if it faces your back, they're saying it makes you neurodivergent in some way. Get out of here with this nonsense. It has nothing to do with that. We go to everybody except for actual doctors to figure out who's autistic anymore in 2026. We go to everybody except for actual doctors. We're like, well, TikTok said I went on the internet and I found out that because I turn my back to the shower.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
I'm neurodivergent.
Someone on the texting service says, from the movies I've watched, if you face the shower, you're more likely to be a porn star.
I think that might be accurate. Can I tell you, my theory here is, number one, you don't want to waterboard yourself. And number two, the shower is always, on the one side of the tub and the floor area. And if you sit there facing the shower, you are literally utilizing such a small percentage of your shower space that it doesn't make sense. You're only, like, why even have the shower as big as you're sitting right there in the water flow the whole time? Whereas I'm moving back, I'm in the corner, I'm getting up under my feet.
Oh, no, I think I'm hardly ever outside of the actual water. Then I feel cold.
I don't know what team you're on anymore. It's incredibly hard, incredibly hard to determine whether you're on the right side or wrong side of history here. But I really think that it's so weird how we read into things like this. It's just people's preferences. And all the people who do the preference that I do are obviously smarter. Okay, that's how this stuff works. But let us know if you've seen this out there. It says, the viral shower debate dividing the internet, settled by experts who say if you turn your back to the shower, it is a sign that you are on the spectrum. Disagree. Yeah, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to disagree.
Try that repeat out though. The second lather is much more satisfying and fluffy, and then your hair's softer.
I'll try that one time and one time only. I often make calls out for people to send in dispatches to join us on the show. I need an autistic person who faces the water in the shower to make sure that we get through this. Because if you break the mold and you're like, I'm definitely autistic, a doctor has told me, and I face the shower, Sean, myth busted. We move past it, we move on. See Which says, as an old person, I sit in the shower, less risk of a fall. Probably smart.
Oh, man. My dad used to have this shower that it was like a really old school kind of thing that was the molded, like instead of tile, it was just this molded thing that was kind of put in there and probably like cemented in or caulked or something. And it had a seat. That was fantastic.
I only do that when I'm really drunk, if I'm honest with you. Just completely hammered. And
honestly, like now I think like as much as I liked it, I also think that if I had a seat in my shower, I probably would sit there too long.
You're hanging out for too long.
Which on the weekend,
cell phone,
on the weekend is fine. Yeah. On the weekend, that's fine. But like on a weekday when I'm trying to get ready for work and get all my stuff done, or if I'm trying to just get a last minute shower in before people are coming over, I need to throw on a shower jam so I know that it kind of times me out. And I know when the shampoo and then the second shampoo and then
I don't know about this second shampoo, man. I don't know if you should really double down on the second shampoo.
Listen, I know it sounds like a conspiracy by Big Shampoo to sell more. Like if we just tell them to do it twice every time, they're going to need a new bottle that much faster. But it is a good experience.
Let's see what we have here. Here's a dispatch rolling in from Tree Climber talking about the autistic shower conundrum. Hello?
Hey everybody, it's Kate.
There you are.
Learning how to use the dispatch microphone.
Oh, louder next time.
Showering, yeah.
She's dispatching
is
backwards.
Amazing. And sometimes I face the shower, but just because I want to do like a decompression thing, it feels so good, like right in between your eyes.
I can't hear you.
Up, then you have to be facing away.
All right, you got to be a little louder next time. But she's saying, I'll read what she had to say here. She said, sometimes I face the shower just because I want to do like a decompression thing. It feels so good, like in between your eyes. If you're soaking up, then you have to be facing away because what are you doing with the soap? Oh, soaping up. Not stay in your body, but I don't feel autistic by doing that part, and I also don't feel autistic, generally speaking. You might be, though, with the recording of the dispatch. That is more of an indicator of the autism.
That was 2 I don't feel autistics.
Yeah. In a row, and a row is kind of a lot. Join her, but this time record it a little bit clearer with your dispatches. We got a bunch of people who are joining via email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see. Go over to Mike. Mike says, the whole argument of this pales in comparison to your other statement. You take a shower for 11 minutes? What are you, a teenage boy? That's way longer than necessary. Wait, he said, let me Google. 8 to 16 minutes is the average? I guess I don't like long showers or a high water bill. Look, you got to do what you got to do, but I think 11 minutes is about right. That's what I do here, but maybe I'm weird. Here is Lethal Sugar talking about the PS5 kid from the beginning of the show. I think the mom did the right thing by showing him the consequences of his actions, but I'm also on the fence about how he had a PS5 in the first place, because this probably wasn't the first bad thing this kid did. So did he even really learn anything, or did he earn the privilege of having it to begin with? So that might be wrong on her side, says Lethal Sugar. A lot more emails coming in about all of this, including the shower front. We'll take your comments. Do join us during the show with those. Send them over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. Quick break. When we come back, I'll get into a couple more of your comments today. I'm trying to work more of those in than I did yesterday because I was a bad broadcaster about that. And we must investigate what's going on in this mysterious video that is exploding online. What's happening? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I hope the 5 like-minded people that listen to me are equally as frustrated at you two.
There's 5 people out there who know Turbinado is about sugar and not a muscle car from the 70s. What are you driving?
Turbinado.
Got a big
400 horsepower.
Got a big block Turbinado. I blew the doors off that Ram, boy. Come back.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast for...
Hello, welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. Stand by.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance, PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents.
There's a woman, believe it or not.
You know, you eat local, you shop local. Why not mortgage local too? That mortgage.
There's a woman who wants your help.
Business owner, and he has one thing in mind, and that's
This woman
a great rate on your mortgage.
was expecting triplets
There is so much to learn.
and went into the hospital. She's in the chair. She's giving birth. She's doing her thing. Boop. One baby comes out. You know, baby one. Put baby one over there. Boop. 2 baby comes out. Number 2 baby over there into the baby pile. Boop. The 3rd baby comes out. Triplets have arrived. The triplets have been born. Boop. Into the baby pile. And she goes, there's another one coming. And the lady grabs on and she pushes, and baby number 4 comes out. She thought she was having 3 babies, but she ended up with quadruplets. And now the woman is claiming she needs your financial help. She could not have been prepared for this. My theory on this is triplets are equally as bad and distracting and time-consuming as quadruplets. I don't think the difference is shockingly big once you get, like, so 1 baby is a lot, right? 2 babies is insane. 3 babies, fully unhinged. But if you add another baby in, I don't think it really gets much crazier. Now you just have another one, right? And then if you have 4, you might as well have 5. Now if we have 8 or something, Octomom, that's a whole nother level. But the difference between 3 babies and 4, you had 4 babies. 1 was a surprise baby. Now you have quadruplets. And now you need help? I feel like you're going to need help no matter what. It's still 33% more baby. It is indeed, but like feeding 3 babies versus feeding 4 babies. Putting 3 babies in the car to get ready to go somewhere versus putting 4 babies in the car. You know? 9 babies is a baseball team? That's true. No difference, 3 to 4. I have 4 daughters. I feel like one baby more than you were expecting is not like, oh my God, I need everybody to give me their money. I need your help. I need some support here. Of course, I only have one. Put them up for adoption. She had money for fertility drugs? No, I don't think so. No. No, not in this case. I don't believe so. It says, woman welcomes quadruplets after being told she was expecting triplets. She's seeking public support for medical costs for her and her baby's care. She wasn't expecting 4 babies. She was only expecting 3, and now she's seeking public support and help. Ain't that something? Sell one on the black market, hopefully get enough money to care for the others. I mean, it's almost easy enough to make the argument if you had like 4 or 5 little babies that were all the same. To offload one of them, the emotional toll would be much less. I really think so. 1 minute, we're back live, everybody. 1 minute. 3 was too many for me. I love my kids, but it's an entirely different ball game. I only had 1, and they had trouble a lot of time finding the heartbeat. I will say I can't imagine. Like, I don't think this lady needs that much more assistance with 4 babies instead of the expected 3. But I will say, having 4 human beings inside your body, having 4 humans inside of you, crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Here we go.
It starts here. For 70 years, Clayton Homes of Ocala has been opening doors with innovative homes and trusted craftsmanship. Anniversary opportunities are happening now. Visit a participating retailer today.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio. He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news.
Mystery sighting in a neighborhood. I'll get to it in just a moment. Explain to you what's going on here. We'll start to figure it out piece by piece. We're good at solving mysteries around here. But first, C-Lane, I hate to always ask you about being a dad. I know that one guy gets mad when he hears the Jackson talk.
Whatever, bro.
Is very, very upset about Jackson talk on the show. That guy gets mad at you for that. And then the other guy gets mad at me when I don't take breaks on time. That one I'll never understand. I don't know why. And then the guy who thinks I should promote the station more. That guy. Like, I don't understand your beef, but Godspeed, sirs, out there in the world. This is one that I think is interesting, though. This one is no, it wasn't. This one is interesting to toss out there. Imagine for a second if when your lovely wife Ashley was giving birth, you're there in the hospital.
I was there.
You're right there, front row, to witness this magical miracle of childbirth. And she's giving birth, and it's like, boom, Jackson comes out. He immediately hits you with a "No, you listen, Jackson." Mm-hmm. He hits you with a line right out the womb. And then Jackson goes over. It's like, well, hold on. We got another one here. If there was a second surprise baby, What level of rock your world would that have gone to? Would you be like, would that have really knocked you off your heels there?
I would have been pretty rocked, especially seeing as I attended very many ultrasounds that only showed one baby.
Kid was just really good at hide and seek. Just very, very good. Hiding perfectly behind Jackson.
And I'm like, were we seeing the same baby the whole time and the other one was hiding, or did they take turns?
Yeah, I ask you all of this because I want to get your take on what happened to Rachel Simba. Rachel Simba, who lives near Kilimanjaro, and she gave birth, and she was in the hospital. She was expecting triplets. And the first baby comes out, and they go, congratulations, there you go, you're a mom. And then the second baby comes out, and she goes, oh, there's the second one. And they give her the second baby, and they put it on her chest. And then they go, here's the third one. Oh, the third baby. And they put the third baby. Now there's 3 babies squirming around this lady's chest and breast. Rachel Simba's got her triplets. But the doctor said, no, there's one more. And she gave birth to a surprise fourth, having quadruplets, when she was expecting triplets. And now, as a result, she's seeking public support. She wants money from people to cover this whole experience and the shock of having a surprise fourth baby. Now, my argument, and tell me if this is true to you and your ears or not. My argument is having 3 babies and having 4 babies at the same time, not shockingly different. I think once you get to 3, 4 is not shockingly different.
Did you get 3 cribs? Did you get 3 of all of the things that a baby would need at any one time that can't share?
Can't you put a couple in a crib? You double up?
I mean, maybe when they're still swaddled.
If you got 2 cribs, 2 babies per crib, you're good to go. Car seats, you put one on the outside, one on the inside. You put them in there like a little sandwich.
It doesn't work like that.
You put them in there at the same time, and the kids are good to go. I feel like 3 babies, you might as well have 4. I don't know that you would have this part and go, if 4th one is just too much for me financially.
I just don't understand a situation where you know you're having triplets. I mean, if you know you're having triplets, I would assume it's because you've seen some sort of imaging of those triplets. How nobody caught a 4th heartbeat or a 4th head.
She's in Africa.
So then how did you know you were having triplets?
That's a good point. Yeah, it says Rachel Simba was initially told she was expecting triplets, but when she gave birth, she welcomed quadruplets. She lives in the Kilimanjaro region. Her 4 babies were delivered. She's not expecting to welcome quadruplets when this happens. She had been told she was having triplets, and now they said she's not prepared for this. 4 is too many. It's like 3. Literally, 3 is the magic number, this lady's saying. 3 I can do. But 3, I am absolutely, positively at my limit here. Spoken like a man who has 1 child. Hey, tell me where I'm wrong if you say 3 kids right here is so much different than 4. I think 3 is so out of control. It's so much to care after 3 little infants that adding 1 more does not drastically shift the scenario.
I mean, if you're the kind of person who... a lot of times when you get twins or triplets or something, there's a lot of matching, going on. There's a lot of planned matching of the kids. We want all the kids to be wearing the same clothes so they look like triplets or quadruplets.
Right.
You have enough clothes if you've done that just one of them's going to wear something different every time. You can rotate that. So for that, I get that you have enough stuff. That seems abusive?
That seems abusive.
Not cramming 3 kids into the same crib?
No, 1 kid has to not have the same outfit as the other kids, all matching each other.
For a while until we start doing some more shopping.
Well, you can figure it out pretty quickly. First of all, when a kid is newborn, you can just wrap them in virtually anything. When you have a newborn, the things you hang over the oven handle? Like the oven towel dealies?
Yeah, hand towel.
The hand towels?
Kitchen towels.
Works for a newborn. It's good. Yeah, you're good to go. You wrap a newborn in one of those hand towels. It's got like a turkey on it for Thanksgiving or something.
Maybe it is just where she lives because it says she was told at 6 months that she was carrying twins. Later confirmed as triplets. And then, delivery day. Oh, surprise.
Yeah, I don't think it's that different. If you had quadruplets, I'm asking for some really strange dispatch call-outs today. If you're autistic and you shower facing the water, and if you have quadruplets and you want to tell me whether it is easier or harder, 4 versus 3, or negligibly different. Abraham says he's rage banning us. What? No. I'm just telling you that 3 infants and 4 infants, it sucks either way. It's just a lot of work either way. I don't think there's a huge difference, but let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Couple of those coming in here in just a moment. Plus, we got to get to this mystery figure seen wandering through the night in Rhode Island. What is it? What's happening? I have some theories. We're going to get into that shortly here on the show. Right now, let's go over to this. Here's the Brown Pony talking about the shower battle. Let's see here. Hello?
All right. First off, anything under 11 minutes showering, you're a nasty MFer. So 11 to 15 minutes, agreed. Also, how is the answer not both? I mean, when I go in, I face the shower to get the front wet. I turn around to get the back wet. When I'm lathering and soaping, back is to the shower, so the front isn't just getting the soap washed off immediately, so I can actually rinse it in.
True.
And then I face forward to get the soap off. And then when it's time to shake hands with the governor, I face the water.
Shake hands with the governor. Okay. Why after he said that was there like 5 minutes of silence on his dispatch? Thank you, sir. You didn't have to tell us that last
Giving us room for laughter. Shake hands with the governor's new.
Amy admits that this is weird before she sends this. All right. Okay, here we go.
I'm sure this sounds weird because C-Lane has said this before about washing his hair twice, and literally every time I'm in the shower and I wash my hair twice, I think of C-Lane. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but C-Lane, I'm thinking about you.
Just so you know, C-Lane, all right?
Hey,
this lady.
You know what? And I'm sure your hair is softer for it.
Every time she's in the shower, she's just thinking about you, buddy. Just thinking about you. We'll get to some more of these as we roll on in just a moment here. Also, one of the stories breaking yesterday just after the show was that the former FBI director, James Comey, has been charged by the Department of Justice. And I was like, whoa. All right, former FBI director charged. What the hell did this guy do? And I have the actual charging documents here. And I remember the incident that this was from, actually. I was super surprised that this was the case that did this. You remember when James Comey did that post we talked about, C-Lane, where he put in seashells 8647?
Right, and then we had a big debate over whether that meant get rid of him or kill him.
Right. Yeah, and like 86 means in a kitchen. It means like we're out of it or get rid of it. Yeah, I mean, it usually means don't sell it anymore, get it off the menu, get
right.
rid of it is what 86 means. And 47 is obviously referring to Trump, the 47th president. And he put 8647 in some seashells on the beach sand and posted it on Instagram. Why? Because the thing that Comey is guilty of is being like an emo adult. He's 100% guilty of that. James Comey, the former FBI director, vague posts and posts like an emo adult over on social media all the time. But the idea that you would be charged for that is pretty wild to me, for putting 8647 in shells on the beach sand.
How about the timing?
The timing? What was the timing of this? I don't remember it being...
I don't know. It just seems like ever since this White House Correspondents' Dinner, we're using that as leverage, as an excuse to go after people, to go after Jimmy Kimmel and now go after James Comey for things that would have been questionable beforehand. But now they're like, we can look at these things through a different lens. Right. Now that President Trump has survived his upteenth assassination attempt, and start going back at things. And like the Kimmel thing was only a couple days prior to the Correspondents' Dinner, but this is an old story.
Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says on YouTube, inciting violence. If this isn't inciting violence, though, in my opinion, I think the gate is too far open.
Yeah.
Like if you're saying 8647 is inciting violence and somebody could be, maybe I should have said this before. He's facing 20 years in prison. Okay? 20 years in prison. Now, you might want revenge. You might think Comey's a nerd. You might think Comey was a fake with all the Russia stuff, all that stuff. But do you think anybody for seashells on the beach in the shape of 8647 should spend 20 years behind bars? That's, boy, talk about bad precedents to set, friends. That's a bad one. Here's what they said at the press conference.
He knowingly and willfully making a threat to take the life of and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States. Count 2, same day, May 15th, 2025, that the defendant, James Comey, knowingly and willfully transmitting in interstate commerce a communication that contained a threat to kill the President of the United States. Both of these counts carry a maximum term of imprisonment of 10 years.
20 years total.
We expect more indictments of this sort. For example, in 2020, Gretchen Whitmer did a TV hit with 8645 on her desk in the background. Is that the kind of thing you would pursue? And then just really quickly, should Comey expect to face more charges for his role in the Russia collusion investigations?
I'm not going to comment on other investigations involving Mr. Comey. He was indicted in the Eastern District of Virginia. That was dismissed on procedural grounds because of the judge's finding regarding the U.S. attorney. But so that case is under appeal. As far as other investigations that are happening, it would not be appropriate or fair for me to comment on that time. As far as
come on, come on. Like we do have a problem. This is so unbelievably frustrating. We do obviously have a problem with radicalized people trying to kill the President of the United States, right? Unprecedented. Crazy. Very political people out of control who either want to kill the president themselves and are trying or are cheering people on who are doing that. Definitely a problem, right? Sound the alarm bells. But putting shells on the beach in the shape of 8647 is guilty of being cringe. And that's about it. If we start locking up everybody who does this level of a threat, come on, we got thicker skin than this, right? I hope so.
If we're filing federal charges for shells on a beach, the shells should at least spell kill.
Yeah, it doesn't even say kill anybody, or even if it did. Like, there's such a thing as an actionable threat. And when you do those things, you should be punished. But does anybody think this is what we should be rounding up people and arresting them for? Anybody? Let me know. Send a dispatch out there. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, we'll get to the mystery figure in this video at some point here. I'm kicking that down the road just a little bit. And we got to get into a giant food fight that's breaking out, this time over the Navy. I'll explain what's going on. Clips galore for you today on the show, and so much more on the way on a busy Wednesday. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The off-ramps reopened from Florida's Turnpike northbound to Hancock Road. The off-ramp's partially blocked now. We still got emergency crews in the area clearing up that accident. There's an accident on 429 southbound at Plant Street off to the shoulder getting cleared up. I-4.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. So good to see you. Aquarium guy Greg says the tank is looking good. It has bounced back. Bounced back. 86 to me means getting thrown out, not killed. Usually running out of something. Like, my takeaway, if somebody says 8647, I think that they're trying to be cutesy and be a little edgy, but still be safe at the same time. And they're using 86 on purpose because it's sort of like loose. It could mean lots of things, but it doesn't mean go kill this person. That seems silly. Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay.
Can we talk about your giant mistake or?
No.
No? Can't tell the people what you did? That was just a huge, unbelievable.
It's not unbelievable.
It was a big boner.
A big boner?
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's a mistake. It's a boner.
That's a big boner.
You never heard of that before? Yeah. That's what they used to call bloopers. They used to call them boners.
I like bloopers better.
You don't like boners?
I wouldn't want people to be called that. I mean, I'm not.
Courtney made a big boner, though. She made a huge, huge mistake. I won't tell anybody. But we almost drowned. But we almost died this morning. We almost drowned. Because she left the hose in the pool all night long.
I fucking was listening to an audiobook and turned off the timer I had and I forgot.
Real quick, don't curse on my stream.
Shit.
Don't curse on the stream.
Cut.
What? Get out of here with your foul mouth. First
Copy.
boners, now this. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, be safe.
Thank you.
Bye. Did you hear the mouth on her? Like a sailor. She got a mouth like a sailor. And not even one of the polite ones. That's going to cost you an extra $400 on your bill? Yeah? Yeah, I know. When I was a waiter, 86 meant no more of that item, so I read it as no more Trump. Look, the issue is, obviously, that's fair. Like, that's a fair interpretation. Which is why it's easy to do it as, like, soft, edgy. And no matter what, arresting everybody who does that is only 1 millistep up from the president of China attempting to imprison people who draw him as Winnie the Pooh. Okay? It's only 1 step up from like jailing somebody from a Winnie the Pooh caricature insult. She's a trooper for being with Sean for so long? What does that mean? What is the implication of that sentence? She's a trooper for being with me for that long? Go ahead, explain yourself. What does that mean to you? That she's a trooper for being with me for so long. Oh, wait. I'm going to wait. Oh, wait. We'll see what you have to say. Mike? Huh? What does that mean? Yeah, that's what I thought, Mike. Unbelievable, the personal insults. 2 minutes and we're back. I love Winnie the Pooh. Cool. But the question is, the only question here is, should we be charging people with the DOJ, the Department of Justice? Should we be arresting people? Is it actual justice to go after somebody for 8647? And I have a feeling the people who would be most excited about that charge would also be defending to the end of the road. They would be defending somebody who insulted, say, Clinton or Obama or Nancy Pelosi like that, right? Like, the problem is that so many people are radicalized and so many people are willing to carry out violence or justify violence. Half of fucking Reddit is willing to justify murder and violence, and because of their policies, the people they want to be in the White House may never win again, right? These things are all bad, right? Bad things. But this is such a minor infraction. No one should ever be charged with it. Nobody should ever be arrested. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Mike never followed up. So many people in this chat want open borders, higher taxes, and men and women's sports. I don't want any of those things. I don't want any of those things. Why would you assume that? All right, here we go.
More pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit, DEPOSIT, deposit. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
Can see you listening to the show right now, and you look amazing today. Thank you for being with us in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. 86 C-Lane.
No.
86 C-Lane. Come get me, baby. Where you at, Justice Department, huh? 86 C-Lane. That's my threat.
Well, that's
I've thrown it down.
They have set a precedent now that says I could probably, seek some sort of repercussion for you.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine the level of publicity I would generate for the show if I was able to through this apparent threat? 86 C-Lane. All I'm saying is, aren't we all a little thicker skinned than this? Aren't we a little tougher than that? Can't we say, like, hey, the problem is legitimately there's people who are crazy at justifying murder and justifying violence because they disagree with people, calling everybody that they disagree with Nazis or whatever. Like, all that stuff is terrible and disgusting. But are you so thin-skinned that somebody puts 86-47 in shells on the beach and then you want them to go to jail for 20 years? You don't want that. You wouldn't want that if it was flipped. Nobody with a sane brain wants this. Let's just be real about this, okay? Let's be real. Some people have sent this over. They said, Sean, this is a nightmare. And I have to tell you, I echo your thoughts. This is to our friends in Missouri. Our friends in Missouri listening to the show today.
Missouri.
Right? In Missouri. In Springfield, Missouri, they got hit with one of the craziest hailstorms I think I have ever heard in my entire life or seen any footage from. And all of the videos of this are unbelievable. There are pieces of ice dropping out of the sky, breaking the windshields out of all the cars that they're hitting. Hope this person doesn't curse. Just catching all of this dumping on their car right now. The only person excited when this happens, the person who owns a body shop. That person doing real well after this. That's smashing the window of the car. I know it sounds lighter than that.
I think a roofer would be excited about this, too.
Yeah, the roofers, the windshield people. It's bad. I got another one. Hold on. I'll give you another example. I think this one's a little worse. I think it shows the parking lot afterwards. All the windows are smashed out. Back windows of the vehicles.
That is insane. You think they even have enough replacement windows in that area? They're going to have to call some people in.
You know, that's such a good question. Another weird shout out today. If you work in window replacement, if an incident like this happens and a good portion of people in Springfield, Missouri lose all of the windows in their vehicles, 86 the windows in their vehicles, then you got to replace those pretty quickly. There's no way you can do that. It would be like putting roofs on. Like, you know how after the hurricane, there's too many roofs to fix and replace? Like, I think it would be like that. I think you would have to wait for a while. But let us know if you're in that field. This thing is absolutely wild to watch. Let me get a screenshot of this so I can put it up on See It Now. As per usual, if we talk about something that's a visual on the show, you know, some people are watching right now, but most people, almost all of you, are just listening to the show. So I want to make sure you can see what we're talking about and what we're discussing on the program. So here's the link. Massive hailstorm in Missouri and Springfield. I'll do that because it's easier to spell than Missouri, which I don't spell very often. All right, that's up over on See It Now. Go take a peek at that when you get a shot. Seems like a nightmare, but what do you do if you work in the window replacement business? Could you handle an onslaught like that, or do you just get like massive backlogs of customers? What do they even do? Let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right.
We had a dispatch earlier about somebody who thinks about me in the shower.
Yeah, it's weird, but weird but true.
Well, somebody texted in and said, I have a similar thing when I am in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sean, no, they think about you.
Yeah.
Because you used to say that you only need 4 squares of toilet paper to finish the job back there.
That's
and
true.
So that person says, when I go back there to finish the job, I think of Sean and his 4 squares.
What? Well, I mean, thank you. I'm mildly flattered by that idea. But by the way, just for the record, I completely stand by the theory that 4 squares gets the job done no matter what the circumstance is. I do stand by that in case you were bringing that up in some veiled effort to shame me here. I think that it was indeed still a good piece of advice. 4 squares can get it done. A lot of people responding to the hailstorm thing. Hi, Sean, says Nate to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. The last few days in Springfield, Missouri and the surrounding areas have been ravaged by tornadoes and severe storms. While I don't live there, there's a bunch of hail that hit my uncle's truck in the area. He said, needless to say, it did some real damage. I can't bring up the photo because the photo is broken in the email he sent, unfortunately. But Barry says, when I was in college in 1991... from Disney to New York, I was caught in a storm like that at Epcot. The windows were breaking everywhere. Good thing my car was a rental at the time, says Barry. You would have to have the insurance, I think, or
pay that $5 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be covered or not. Let me get to the first story that I've been teasing. I want to get to the first one here. A mystery sighting in West Warwick, Rhode Island. And it looks, well, you're going to have some thoughts on what this looks like. Let me bring up the news report on what police are investigating in this town in Rhode Island. Here we go.
That's raising some serious major concerns tonight. It shows a person walking down Main Street wearing what appears to be a white robe and a pointed hood. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan.
Oh, that's not good.
People are worried, and police are investigating. The Night Team's Leanna Falk is live in studio with what people who saw it are saying.
All right, you can see there's somebody in a white outfit. And when you hear a white outfit with a hood, your brain might go in some particular areas.
How did he describe the hood?
Let me go back. Hang on. Let me go back to his description of this person wandering around Rhode Island.
Appears to be a white robe and a pointed hood.
Pointed?
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan James.
Pointed.
Oh, okay. And police are investigating. The Night Team's Leanna Falk is live in studio with what people who saw it are saying.
All right, the weird thing about this is I want to know who's in this hooded KKK-ish outfit in Rhode Island. I want to know who's actually in this outfit because I know what everybody's going to think. They'll be like, well, this is proof. The country is absolutely racist. They're out there. People just wear these around in Rhode Island. This was just loungewear for this gentleman. And I think this is probably somebody who's either trying to troll or trying to stir up some drama. I think it's no different than those kids who put the costumes on and tried to scare people at the house in their scary costumes, staring into the doorbell camera. I think that's probably what you have going on here.
Forgot about that.
But people will digest this and be like, well, this guy was on the way to a very, very busy Ku Klux Klan meeting that was going on around the corner. Let's see what else we know about this here.
Yeah, Patrice, Dan, this video was captured Monday night, and it's already making waves online. The people who saw it found it incredibly disturbing and unforgettable.
Somebody wandering around the neighborhood in what looks like a KKK outfit.
I mean, what the hell else is it?
A real double-take moment in West Warwick Monday night.
It doesn't look like the boogeyman, right? It looked like the KKK to me.
Ryan
Where did they find this guy?
Ryan Fitzgerald, who recorded this, is hopped up. All right, I'm going to bring it back. He's hopped up right now.
What the hell else is it?
A real double-take moment in West Warwick Monday night.
It doesn't look like the boogeyman, right? It looked like the KKK to me.
Ryan Fitzgerald says
Right?
he and his brother spotted the figure around 2 a.m. They were driving through West Warwick when something caught their eye.
So another thing interesting is whoever this is walking around in this KKK-like outfit is by themselves. There's nobody around them. They're just strolling around town. There's a story behind this.
He's a KK stray.
Here. It does appear that this is a KK stray, yes.
And didn't sit right.
And I'm like,
not calling the show, though.
I know there's racism around here, but not like that. That's a whole different level of racism.
In the video, the person is seen walking alone near the Main Street gazebo. At one point, Fitzgerald says the figure looked directly at their car. They immediately took off.
They turned the camera at whoever this was, and they looked right toward the camera as they're on the sidewalk in this hooded white outfit here.
Took off.
I don't know who that guy is. I don't know what's underneath there. You could have a gun. So, yeah, when I roll up on somebody and see that, I'm crapping my pants like, holy shit, what is this?
Dude, calm down. This guy is shot out of a cannon.
I'm crapping my pants, man.
What are you talking about? I'm doing it right now. It's all right. Okay, let's see what else we can learn.
They weren't the only people spooked. Down the street, surveillance cameras at Candy's Curiosities and Vintage also caught the person walking by.
It was really upsetting to think somebody would walk around like that, period, anywhere. And then it felt personal when it was in my store.
Felt personal,
I should say.
Owner,
you thought that when he, white lady with rimmed glasses, you thought that when whoever was in this costume, walked by your candy store, it was a personal attack. Okay? Sure.
Orno says her shop is meant to be a safe space for everyone, so this moment struck a nerve.
It turned my stomach to watch that.
She says she called police. Town officials confirmed they are now investigating. As for Fitzgerald, he says the video may be shocking to some.
Oh, more from this
not
guy.
Entirely surprising.
I'm not really shocked by it, considering like things I've seen around here and the words I've heard people use. So to me, no, it's not shocking.
Buddy, it is shocking. You just said you crapped your pants. You thought that the guy had a gun under there. Of course it's shocking. It's the point. That's why the person did it to begin with. They wanted to wander around this neighborhood. Whoever, I don't know who, is underneath this stupid costume looking like an idiot at 2 o'clock in the morning was doing it for these exact reasons. Will they find this person? I don't know. I don't know how you find them. The video is like, what are you learning about this person in this video? I'm watching the actual video now. It's from a little ways away, and the person is completely covered, except for the eyes poking out of the holes in the hood on their outfit. Like, you're not going to figure out who the hell this person is. It's a man, though. I guarantee you that. 100% it's a man. 100% guarantee that it's a dude that we're looking at here. But will we learn more? And what is this a real sign of? Let us know what you think. Is it just a prank? Somebody screwing around, trying to get attention and getting it? Or a sign of something bigger? Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
Does it not also seem a little weird that they're like, there is a person in a white robe and pointed hood. Here with more is the black lady that works for us.
You think they offered that up just to everybody?
She could have volunteered. I don't know. It was just.
It seems more fair for her to be put off by it, just for the record, than the lady who was at the lady that ran the store.
Yeah,
felt personal. It felt personal over here. Let us know what you think. We'll keep an eye on the story and see if they're able to determine who this is. But my guess is they probably will not track the person down. They said they're aware of the video. They're looking into it. The department acknowledged the video publicly and said it appeared to be isolated. They said there's no known threat to public safety, or so we think. We shall find out.
All very generic statements. I think we're aware of the video and we're looking into it is a very copied and pasted kind of response. Yeah. How into it do you look?
Right. We are investigating. Well, you're investigating as much as we just did because you're probably not going to find that much else out. I mean,
at some point,
they do, though.
At some point, the people putting man hours into this have to go, yeah, I know it sucks, but he hasn't committed a crime.
Right.
So,
by the way, I hope they do find whoever the loser was who was doing this, and then I hope they get the attention they were really looking for. And they pull. And by the way, when you do this, let's do a charity stream. Okay? Here's an idea for you, Rhode Island. It's free. When you find the person, if you do, by some miracle, If you find the person responsible for wandering around in this KKK-like costume, KKK issue costume over in Rhode Island, broadcast it live on television, get some sponsors, give the money to some good charity for racism or something like that, and then like Scooby-Doo, pull the hood, just like Scooby-Doo, right off whoever this is, and zoinks, we'll have the moment where we all together learn who the person was underneath of the suit in this case. All right, let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Into the food fight ITs. We'll do that next. We got Serena Williams popping up, believe it or not, on the show. Lots of emails. We'll get into the FCC and Jimmy Kimmel. We'll get into everything. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Take it out of your end.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Let's get some secret shows subs flowing, folks. Just pop one or two out. One or two will do some good. Spread the word. Gift some subs. Hit that gift icon over on thenewsjunkie.com. Get you a shout out on the show for your kind-hearted thing. Spreading secret shows to other people. Or subscribe for yourself. We had a big flood in the past a couple of days or so. Excited for secret shows on Thursday, tomorrow at 8 p.m. live from this studio on thenewsjunkie.com for subscribers. All right? Can you just easily buy a KKK uniform? I would rather not be the guinea pig for that. I'm not going to search that, if you don't mind.
You are doing yourself a disservice. You would shop around for other things. Why not shop around for a great quote for your mortgage? And the number one mistake that people will make.
Randy needs help badly. Lighten up, dude. This is a comedy, fun, and a little news.
Go to that website, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
What time do you want us to get there for the studio audience? Same time.
Upload it right there.
Yeah, normal time.
And Don will review it with you and tell you if you're leaving money on the table. It's super easy.
Thank you for resetting that picture. I saw that fly by. Etsy has tons of those outfits. I don't think so. I don't think Etsy has. I'm not searching Etsy for that. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not doing that, okay? Somebody else do that. Report back. Go to Target and buy sheets? Yeah, that's probably one way.
Hey, you're going up.
Have C-Lane search on the iHeart computers? That's a good idea. Why does that video look like a Bigfoot sighting video? It does. It does look like a Bigfoot video. Also, the guy said he was scared that the person had a gun. I don't know why he would have been. I would have Scooby-Dooed him. I would have gone up and brought up with the camera and Scooby-Dooed him and pulled the hood off. Question for you, chat. Answer honestly. You see somebody dressed up like that in public. They got the hood on. They got the little holes for eyes. I know you're not supposed to lay your hands on another person. You're not supposed to touch another person. Is it okay to Scooby-Doo somebody like that and pull off their hood, revealing their face? Is that okay and acceptable in public to run up behind them and just take off their hood and expose them, take a video or something? No, you could be charged with assault? You think a jury's going to side with that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Sean, you ain't pulling no hoodie, let's be real. I would. That's assault? What are you fucking teetotalers who care so much about the little ins and outs of the law on that front about? I didn't say punch him in the face. I didn't say trip him and make him fall. I said Scooby-Doo pull the racist or pranksters, it's only one of two options, hood right off of their head. Free speech? Oh, come on. The problem is we all know what's going on here. This is either somebody trolling, somebody doing it to get attention, a la like fake hate crimes, or somebody who's legitimately racist. Do you care if I unearth either one of those three types of people by pulling off the hood on their head? Do you think that is me violating their freedom of speech? Freedom of speech means you can't have a hood removed from your head whilst giving the speech? Come on, you don't believe that. That's still assault, but nothing wrong with it in my book. Hate crimes are not free speech, says Sunstate John. I'll bet it's for a movie and this is a promotional stunt or something. Ooh. I don't know if they would do that as a promotional stunt for a movie. I don't know about that. Any veterans in the chat? Anybody who served in the military in the chat? Much like me, if you've served in the military, say yes. Any veterans in the chat? I'm going to need you. There's got to be at least one of you. Have you been in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, perhaps? The Navy SEALs, maybe? The Green Berets? Yo, USMC 15 years? Same, right back at you. Well, I'm going to need you for this segment, though. All right, it's time for you to join me. Here we go.
Just the two of them.
The real-time reactions.
Damn.
The wins.
Okay.
The losses. This isn't yesterday. This is happening right now.
Accurate news and fun shows.
And you're in the middle of it. Hit the talkback mic and jump into the conversation.
I've been leaving talkbacks every day.
iHeartRadio, where it's always happening live.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the new...
Newsroom. Look at you hanging out with us. Let's have some fun, get into the drama of the day, and see what's going on. Because that seems fun to me on the world's greatest reality show, Planet Earth. Let's go and learn more about the show together over on thenewsjunkie.com. Those of you who are veterans, like myself, if you have served in the U.S. military,
Not a veteran.
if you have served in the Army, the Navy, or the Marines, I'm going to need your help for this particular segment because I only know so much with my military experience. And if you have heard the show before, my father obviously was in the Marines, which makes me by proxy a veteran, or you don't need to use the word veteran necessarily, but I'm military. I'm military adjacent, C-Lane, is what most people do say. They're like, oh, his father was in the military, so he was in the Marines. His father was in the Marines, so he's military adjacent. And I'm in that
You
territory.
park in their parking spots?
They don't tend to let me. No, they don't. But
did you see somebody? When I thought of this, because the only place I could think of that has veteran parking spots is Lowe's.
All right,
and there was a video the other day of somebody who was trying to shame a woman for parking in the veteran parking spot, and I go, "How do you have any idea whether she is or is not a veteran?"
No, you wouldn't be able to tell unless they were like
she
really
just went in to
young.
make a quick return. That's why she parked there. It was like, She could be both. It could be.
I mean, if it's a 16-year-old kid, I know he's not a veteran, right?
Sure.
Like, but otherwise, I mean, you wouldn't be able to know. You can't really just tell looking at him.
Yeah.
Like when you look at me, do you see a veteran?
Absolutely not.
See, you can't tell. That's how this works.
I don't need to tell. I just know.
You can't do like an ocular pat down and tell if somebody's a vet or not. It just failed for you in trying to do this. But I need some actual veterans. I need some real veterans out there to step up and tell me if this is the way things are supposed to be, because there are videos and photos going viral, and they supposedly, I don't know if they do or not, they supposedly show what is being served to our great servicemen and women in the armed forces who are still over by Iran for some reason. And this is, according to USA Today, information that proud parents of U.S. Navy sailors just don't want to hear. Their child may be eating lousy food while fighting a war in the Middle East.
Oh.
I think there's worse info that could come out to the parents of somebody who is serving for the U.S. military over in Iran.
But what is that thing to the left of the burger patty?
God, is that a good question, C-Lane? I'm glad you said burger patty, because I wouldn't have known that the other thing was a burger patty, honestly.
When I looked at, before I put this on the screen, I just saw a small thumbnail, and at first glance, the thing to the left of the burger patty I thought was a spatula that was for some reason left on the tray.
No.
And now that I see it bigger, I realize there's no handle attached to it. It's part of the food, but I can't for the life of me understand what the hell that's supposed to be.
Hang on. While we're talking about this, I have to put this on See It Now, so people who are in the military can look and tell me. They'll go, oh, that's this. They must know what this food is, because to us, it looks strange. To Bootsy in chat, C-Lane, she said, is that the sole of a shoe? It does indeed look like the sole of a shoe. Navy food pics spark outrage. Now, I don't even know if these are really from people serving in the Navy right now. They appear to possibly be. And if we're serving this to our armed forces, shame on all of us. They deserve better than this. This is just some disgusting looking slop that these people are being served up. I put it on See It Now. Take a look. If you've been in the military, maybe you're like, oh, no, that's a slice of gray, Sean. Yeah, that's a slice of gray right there. That's the good stuff.
Must have been Friday, huh?
Yeah,
right?
Friday you get the slice of gray. And there's songs about it and everything. There's carrots on the side. There is what C-Lane has determined to be a burger patty of sorts. And then some sort of flattened gray spam-like thingy-majobber that's next to it.
Burger patty, which looks like, I mean, maybe there's salt and pepper on it. It's there's not a good sear on it for sure. And there's definitely no cheese, but that might be by design. I mean, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Meager scoop of moist shredded meat. That's a different picture.
That better not be what they call it. A meager scoop? Oh, there's another photo. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the other one. Here's the other one. This is another meal. These are from somebody who's on the USS Tripoli, and the one that I shared before was from somebody who is on the USS Abraham Lincoln. And again, to my veterans, does this look like a normal meal, or was there other stuff served maybe that they didn't get? It's like some pulled porkish stuff, and it's not looking good. And it comes with some tortillas. I don't know. Like we can't serve this to our boys over there if this is happening right now.
At least the shredded meat does look moist, as they say on the USA Today thing. But and even in the story I'm reading, it says dry burger and mysterious slice of gray spam-like meat.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Is it like Euro meat or something? It looks too thick for that, but maybe it's sliced weird. I don't know.
Big Juan says, when I was in Desert Storm, all our food came from Saudi Arabia, and it was different and nasty. Different and nasty, he says. What did it look like this? Give me an MRE over what they're serving up here. Again, go look at the visual. It's up for you right now over on See It Now on the newsjunkie.com. And to our veterans, legitimately, I salute you out there. I want to know what you think about this. Is this something that seems normal to you or whatever? The U.S. Navy responded, and they said a statement on claims of food shortages aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln and USS Tripoli. Recent reports alleging food shortages and poor quality aboard our deployed ships are false. Both USS Abraham Lincoln and USS Tripoli have sufficient food on board to serve their crews with healthy options. Health and well-being of our sailors and Marines are my top priority, says the Office of the Chief Naval Operations. And every crew member continues to receive fully portioned, nutritionally balanced meals. Regarding mail and personal packages, a temporary hold on sending mail into theater due to combat operations has been lifted. Our logistical network is highly adaptable, blah, 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 blah.
Even Pete Hegseth weighed in and said, more fake news from the Pharisee press. My team confirmed the logistics stats for the Lincoln and Tripoli both have 30-plus days of Class 1 supplies on board. Class 1 supplies, a.k.a. food.
Yeah, but none of them say that the photos are fake, do they? Did Hegseth say it was fake or no? He said fake news.
He called USA Today's report fake news.
Yeah, I want to know, like, is the picture of the food on this ship fake? If it's not, like, if they're getting this kind of food, and this isn't because they didn't like some other options, they chose to pick this up with whatever else was out there, that's one thing. But it doesn't look good enough to serve to soldiers. And I think our soldiers should have good stuff. You know what I mean? I think, like, if you're willing to put yourself on the line, we should treat you right. And if this is what's being served up, change it immediately, you know? I don't know if that's possible strategically, but it seems like you'd have to at least look into it.
It says here, after USA Today's report, the Navy also released 19 sleek, professionally produced photos it said accurately showed food service aboard the two ships. Oh. Beaming cooks, frying lo mein noodles, and sailors serving themselves at a plentiful salad bar.
Who released that? I want to see those ones.
The Navy.
The Navy. Did I just search for Navy on?
I don't know. I don't know, because this is USA Today I'm reading, and they're reporting on the response to their own report here, and it says they released 19 photos, but it doesn't show any of them that I could see here.
I see the French Navy, and they're delicious.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the rebuttal images that. Okay, here we go. Photos published early Saturday by the U.S. Navy showing food services on board the Abraham Lincoln and U.S. Tripoli, both currently deployed, following reports that have since been denied of dwindling food supplies. Now, I don't know if there's like actually they don't have enough food and stuff. I think it just looks like the food they're serving is not that great. Now they're showing, okay, this is somebody at a food line, which looks like a cheaper buffet, but not too bad.
Looks like they're serving breakfast.
Yeah, this is a big old thing of like Asian noodles that one of the chefs is doing up. And that they're showing just like canned foods. They're not showing anything that really kicked me away from thinking that this was truly a plate of food that somebody was served in the Navy. And I think we could all, left, right, and center, agree they ought to deserve at the very least some pretty good food. But those of you who are veterans, let me know if this is seems legit or not to you. Send us a dispatch over on the newsjunkie.com right now. Okay, let's see.
I want to know what that gray thing is supposed to be, man. That's bugging me out.
Somebody said this is Navy ship food right here. Buddy, if that's Navy ship food, that looks pretty decent to me.
It's hard to tell exactly what it is because it is very sauced up. And
there's a hot dog over here, and then there's like some stuffing, and it's all quite dark. I'm not going to lie to you. This is some more. This is supposed to be Navy food. It says U.S. Strom Thurmond. The U.S. Strom Thurmond. This is actually on a naval ship.
That is no. You are not reading that. It's the USS H.S. Truman.
Oh, yeah.
Harry S. Truman, the Strom Thurmond.
Strom Thurmond. I was wondering why he would have a ship. I think he has some
Welcome
racism.
aboard the Strom Thurmond.
Wasn't Strom Thurmond a little bit edgy? Wasn't
yes.
He? Yeah. To you young folks, don't worry. You don't know who either one of these people are. USS H.S. Truman. That's what it says, not Strom Thurmond. I thought it said S. Thurmond. No, it says USS H.S. Truman. It's H.S. Truman. And this says Chief something Officers Mess.
Maybe Chief Petty Officer?
Yeah, it does.
Petty Officers
says
Mess?
Chief Petty Officers Mess. So this might be a different eating area than the regular rank and file eat, but it looks pretty decent, if I'm honest with you. Mashed potatoes and gravy and fried chicken, and
it looks better than that the picture that somebody posted. It was like a reel or something of these ribs that they had made. They had like wrapped in foil and probably baked them all day, and when they unwrapped them, they were like gray. They were like white. And he's like, I spent all day making these, and the comment section was like, those ribs avoided all possible jail time. Those like it was just all about how white the ribs were and how just terrible they looked in comparison to what ribs should be.
All right, here's a veteran chiming in on this, I think.
Hey, News Junkie. I was in the Marine Corps and on Navy ships, as the Marine Corps is a department of the Navy. It's the men's department. That's a regular hamburger patty, regular carrots, and a slice of shawarma meat. Nothing too unusual there. The rations are indeed small. Typically, we'd get lobster and steak and all the hard-boiled eggs you could eat. The food on ship is particularly some of the best you can get in the military for the sake of morale, where submarines are considered to be the absolute best you can have.
They deserve the best.
I can't speak to the legitimacy of these rations and whether or not what we're seeing circled online is correct. But nonetheless, there's your meat. So your meat's been identified. Good meat.
The rare unblackballed post. I think it was because your quality of your dispatches were low quality sounding.
They're good now.
You're back on board, literally a squirrel. Thank you for that. Appreciate that information. He said a slice of shawarma?
Yeah, shawarma
slice
meat.
Of
I guess shawarma. Euro, which I think is somewhat close. Let's see, shawarma meat. Because I think now...
Is that lamb?
I think shawarma, much like Euro, is a meat that's been like ground and formed and then kind of sliced off. I think.
It doesn't look great. I'm not going to lie, but I do appreciate the information. So thanks for sending that over.
None of the things they showed had any sort of sauce on them, which is very concerning. But I also wonder...
Sometimes, Celine, you wonder, did somebody walk up to the buffet and go, ew, I don't like all these options. And then they picked the only stuff that they liked. And then they go, this is all they feed us out here. Like, I don't know if that happens or not. What were we going to say?
I was basically that is that you could just go up to the buffet, grab a couple, nondescript things, a scoop of carrots and say, I don't want any of that other stuff, and then take the picture. And that's what now the picture is what's representative of what everybody thinks the military is serving their soldiers.
That's what might have happened here. But let us know. Take a look on See It Now, and especially you veterans chime in on this. When we come back, we've got some of your feedback to get into, updates on the Jimmy Kimmel situation, lots of responses coming in on that, and so much more on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries at 8 p.m.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Austin. This better be fake. This better be fake. This better be fake. Oh, I can't show that. Hang on. I can't show it. But it's an order placed for a KKK outfit on Amazon. Now, I'm hoping that number one, you cannot purchase that, and number two, you did not send one of those to my house. That better be fake. That's all I'm saying. Is C-Lane going on the brew bus? I don't know. He has before. Want to ask him? C-Lane. Okay. Well, I can't ask him now. If he did that, I'd like Austin a lot more. Why? Why? If we have to offload more people who aren't Team Sean around here, I will do it. I will do it if I have to. Unfreaking believable. Almost halfway through the show already. Stand by. Big mailbox money on the way. Oh man, I got some good stuff on deck. Okay, we're ready for the next segment. Quick little announcement here. Attention, attention. Quick little announcement for you. New feature added to TNJ chat. Very simple, nothing has really changed for you over there. We're feature maxed on chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Now we only button up or add little things, or maybe every once in a while add a new feature. Chat.thenewsjunkie.com. If you post links during the show, they come right into my dashboard. You post a link, it comes right into my dashboard in front of me on my laptop, and I can see whatever link to whatever story you have. So one of the things we're going to do is in the Power Hour, we're going to watch that and keep an eye on what suggestions you have for stories that should have made the cut. So if you post a link to a story that you think is interesting over on chat.thenewsjunkie.com, it's the only place where you have a direct pipeline right to my dashboard and laptop in front of me, okay? 2 minutes and we're back. Feature maxing, yes. It's fun AF. Chat is absolutely fun. Yesterday, big ups to TNJ chat. Record messages yesterday. A record number of messages and posts on TNJ chat yesterday. The community is building, it is forming, it is growing. And I want to see you there, even if you're on YouTube or Twitch right now, after the show. Just start hanging out, you're gonna have fun. But if you post links over on TNJ chat, they now come right into the studio. 90 seconds. Cue the porn links. Well, I can see the link before I click it, all right? Victor says pilots have their own stateroom to sleep. Crew bunks all in quarters. So should we abandon Twitch to go to TNJ chat? No! Stay where you are most comfortable, where you enjoy chatting. The Discord people are a bit disillusioned still. I want to show them that there's room for both of these things. At Discord, people can spend time on Discord if they want. If they want to come over to TNJ chat, they can. There are 2 places when we're not streaming that you can spend your time. I love you, Discord people. Why don't you love me back?
Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7
Nice, Sunstate John.
What's in your wallet?
Plus Pharma. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
I'm glad we could keep you company. We're trying to get you through the day. We'll laugh, we'll react together. We'll see everything happening out there on planet Earth and all things viral. Learn more about the show at thenewsjunkie.com. C-Lane, if you had to guess, what is the age that you think most people hit peak happiness on? What would be the age that you think like, okay, this age is peak happiness for most people?
39.
39. That's a good guess. Is that because you're 39 now?
Yep, very happy.
This is. Do you feel like you are peaking in this moment right now?
No, I don't actually have any sort of really gauge on what the peak happiness is. I think it's something you figure out when you're like, on death's doorway.
According to this story, the doorway of death and the path there peaks out. I'll bring up the story right here in front of me. It says, why 47 years old is the age you hit peak happiness according to science.
Oh, dude, bad news for you.
I'm not even there. No, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
bad
you're way
news for
past
me?
that.
No, I'm not way past that. I'm not 47 yet. 47 years old is the peak. That is the absolute peak. And then they start mentioning some celebrities that are 47 years old. Love this. Love when they do this because it makes me feel young again. Is Kourtney Kardashian really 47 years old? That's what this says. 47-year-old celebrities like Kourtney Kardashian. James Corden is 47 years old. Zoe Saldana.
Probably Zoe. I would guess
Zoe?
it's Zoe. Yeah.
I always screw that up. I screw it up every time. Zoe Saldana, 47 years old. NASA astronaut and all-around superstar Christina Koch, who just flew around the moon, 47 years old. This is the time of your life. When you're 47 is when you hit your peak happiness. That's the time for you, which is great for me at least. They asked thousands of people, and they said
they asked British people, so maybe they have it a little different over there.
You think so? You think things are different?
I don't know.
The results revealed that nearly half, 47% of over 40s say life gets healthier in later life because you finally understand your body better.
Yeah, because you're being forced to.
That's true. The fun part is that you didn't have to when you were 18, 19, 20, 21, But I'm with AJ Soup. When I look at this, I'm like, nice. I haven't peaked yet. Same. I feel the same.
I remember a time when I didn't know the actual clinical terms for all the pills that I took because it was just like, all right, I take some Advil here and there and some Nexium, and now I can like tell my doctor exactly what I'm on because I have to keep track of all that stuff.
Just rattle them off.
Yeah.
For many respondents, the wild days of partying and boozing are behind them by their 40s. More than a quarter said they party and drink far less than they did. They said the happiness that you experience peaks. You hit peak happiness when you're 47 years old.
I don't know. I was pretty happy in those other times when I was partying.
Well, maybe things have gone good for you, and 47 is going to be even better for you. That could be what's going on here. So tell us what you think is peak happiness age. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips@thenewsjunkie.com. That sounds about right. Like, so 47, you feel, you spend enough time on the planet that you can feel like you've experienced some things. However, you also are not so old that things are breaking and cracking all over the place, and you're still probably able to perform in the bedroom. There's a lot of things that are still going well for you at 47 years old. And that's why they say, according to science, if we believe science, according to science, they say that 47 is peak happiness. Tell us if you agree, disagree, or otherwise. Send a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com right now. I guess this clip is from a baseball game where there was a pop of excitement. And I don't know if they mentioned it in the clip, but you might think it was because they were excited that their team was doing well. No, the pop that you're allegedly supposed to hear here, we'll see if we actually hear it or not. The pop you hear from the fans is that if a team gets 11 strikeouts in the game, you get a free pizza. It's the Cincinnati Reds promotion. And so the fans were like on the edge of their seats. They didn't care about the game because it was the Reds were winning 7-2. But I guess they did care about the pizza promotion.
Just missed. ABS challenge.
All right, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Was that the pop?
1-1 tonight.
No.
Win pizza for those in the stands.
All right, see, there he goes. He's talking about it now. Let's listen closely and see if we can hear the crowd react to the free pizza if they get another strikeout.
The crowd ready to burst. That's a strike. Pizza for everybody.
Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs for all these people.
They're showing all these people. The audience like, yeah. Like, they're more excited about the free pizza than they are the actual baseball game they went to see. You did it, everybody.
Oh, they're even playing a song for it.
Yeah, they have a song?
The organists.
The crowd is just going wild, celebrating the free pizza 1 for 11 strikeouts there in the game.
I wonder, couldn't figure out what the organist was playing, but it would be hilarious if it was something token Italian or token pizza place, like.
That would be catchy if they did that. I would appreciate that as well. Somebody else sent this over. By the way, if you are on TNJ chat, which I encourage you to check out at some point in time, check it out at chat.thenewsjunkie.com. When the show's not on, the conversation rolls on. We have fun over on chat.thenewsjunkie.com. Put up record numbers yesterday on TNJ chat. It is really, really starting to grow over there. So go meet some very cool people who all gather around based on the show. And then we have all sorts of other fun on an old school chat room, chat.thenewsjunkie.com. They said there's 2 different mindsets to something we've been talking about. Pressing the blue button or pressing the red button.
Are we still arguing about this?
Yeah.
I thought we decided it's the red button.
Yeah, this went so big that Mr. Beast asked all of his followers yesterday to chime in on this. Like, it's gone full all the way viral. And if you don't remember, Sealand, I've screwed this up every time.
Okay. Let's see if you got it.
Can you just say it instead of me? Because I'll screw it up again, I think.
Oh, I want to see if you fully comprehend.
Okay. Everybody has to do a private vote by pushing either a red or a blue button. Everybody on planet Earth has to do a private vote by pushing a red or a blue button. If 50% plus, if more than half of the people hit the blue button, everyone survives. No one dies.
Correct.
If people hit the red button, though, and you get less.
Yep, you're getting there. No, you're doing it.
If you hit the red button, you have 0 chance of dying. Even if people don't hit enough of the blue button.
If less than 50% of the people hit the blue button,
yes,
then only the people that hit the red button survive. All the blue buttoners, goodbye.
Dead.
Right? 86th.
But if more than half of the people do hit the blue button, everybody survives. So
correct.
If I said yesterday, the red button is the obvious answer, because if everybody hits the red button, nobody dies either, but there's no risk at all. And this is supposed to illustrate the mindsets at play here. It says the blue button mindset. If you were going to hit the blue button, you are going away from the non-zero chance of murdering somebody. And the 0% chance of murdering somebody is what you're going. Like you're making the move because you want to make the decision that has a 0% chance of murdering somebody.
How is it murder?
Because if enough people get the blue button, then you save everyone. And
you
feel like
didn't murder them.
That's true. That's true. But the people who hit the red button want the 0% chance of dying, as opposed to the 0% chance of murdering somebody.
Right. They want the 0% chance of dying as opposed to the non-0% chance of dying.
Exactly.
Whereas the blue button mindset is, hey, in this case, I have a chance that somebody's going to die and I might have had something to do with it, versus I have a 0% chance of, this hypothetical blood on my hands.
Blue button people are more worried about potentially killing somebody
than surviving themselves.
Surviving themselves. It's empathy for the out-group. Empathy for the out-group as opposed to empathy for the in-group. Saving yourself, saving your family, saving your inner circle, making sure everybody hits the red button where you have 0 chance of dying. Empathy for the out-group. It does kind of end up becoming political at some point there, but the blue button, red button debate rages on.
Only because of the colors, really. If we had gone white button, black button, or let's say purple button versus yellow button.
That would have been better. Purple and yellow, and something completely untouched.
But I would say, like, if you're of the blue button personality and you're saying, all right, I'm going with non-zero chance of killing somebody versus 0 chance of killing somebody. Well, what happens when you're in a situation where you need to, like, use self-defense,
Right. Yeah, well, the debate rages. We'll see what people think. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get to more of your dispatches, emails, and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Celebrate the arrival of summer at the 5th Annual Sanford Riverwalk Rhythm and Brews Barbecue Fest, Saturday, May 9th. Details at realradio.fm/events.
I don't know why that's so hard to describe. You have a blue button and a red button. If more than half the people hit the blue button, then everybody survives. If less than half of people hit the blue button, then everybody who hit the blue button dies. Push the red button. Did I get it right? I think I got it right.
Home insurance with Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection.
New challenge, if 10% of people hit the green button, everybody that doesn't hit the green button dies.
Today, you're in good hands.
Come on, man. When we come back, we got a streamer hit by a car and an update from him. Is this a virtual signaling test? Because the answer is so obvious, it's such a dumb hypothetical. You're right. It is definitely a dumb hypothetical. That is why it has been probably the most viral thing on all social media platforms that has engaged more people than any other topic this week. Definitely. Sounds like Squid Games? A little bit. What's the 1 o'clock keyword? I think it's coming up right now, isn't it? You want me to tell you early? You want me to tell you the keyword early? I'll tell you the keyword. Wait. If Mr. Predicto tells me to, I will give you the keyword early. Technically not early. Mr. Predicto, am I going to give the stream the keyword early today?
The signs say no.
Mr. Predicto, for real this time, am I going to give the stream people the keyword early?
Definitely yes.
Okay, yeah, see, definitely yes. Definitely yes. Let me look. The keyword is grand. The keyword for this hour is grand. Can you read my handwriting? The keyword is grand. G-R-A-N-D. Like we're going to have a grand second half of the show. The keyword is grand. G-R-A-N-D. Get yourself some money. Hey YouTube, hey Twitch, hey TNJ chat. Second half of the show is on in 2 minutes. A streamer got hit by a car, I'll tell you the details. All right, here we go. And mailbox money on the way. Okay, coming back in just a moment. Come on, somebody win. I always play, even though I haven't won. I do believe we have lots of winners usually. We have a lot of winners for the keyword contest. I don't know how this particular one has been going, but I wish you the best. DJ Rage posted all these keywords in Discord this morning? Come on, what are you people doing? It's supposed to be incentive for people to tune into the station. I'm kidding. I don't care. But it's grand. The keyword is grand right now. Grand. Good for you, Megan. Thanks for playing. Here we go.
Risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Springtime has finally arrived in Central Florida, and that means now is the perfect time to reduce energy bills while improving your home value. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim replacement windows are crafted for homeowners who want the elegant strength and stability of wood without the high maintenance. And during Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 1 month only sale, when you purchase one window or door, you'll receive the second 40% off. Many homeowners say the transformation is immediate. Quieter rooms, regulated temperatures, and a level of comfort that can't be matched by others. JK says, love Renewal by Anderson, always professional, deliver as promised, and have such beautiful products. Their salespeople are top notch. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months, upgrading your home has never been more achievable. Hurry, this offer ends April 30th. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your complimentary in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Helping to spread awareness, or whatever the new buzz term is. We're not actually doing it.
TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. It's so good to be with you today. Get the podcast for $3 and free cents over on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. When you hear a band has gone to Vegas to do performances, do you think this? Because I've seen a lot of people start to say, oh, yeah, if I hear that a band is performing in Vegas, that means it's over. That means it's like it's the end for this band. It's like the retirement village for music performances.
Are you talking about a residency?
Yeah, sort of the thing where you'll go into some venue and you'll perform a residency in Vegas at the same spot for a whole bunch of nights, and it's sort of cashed out in your career, which I don't know if I agree with that. And one reason is because of the Vegas sphere. Like that, the sphere has changed everything for that.
But that's another thing. It's like, hey, are we talking about a residency at a casino, or are we talking about the sphere is kind of a different ball game just because of it's kind of unlocking a new way to present a concert.
Yeah,
which is about much more than just the music.
And you got to be a big star, too. You can't, not just anybody can play at the Sphere.
You have to have a big following.
Yeah, you have to have a big, loyal following of people.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, just as far as mainstream media goes, call Fish big stars, but they are very successful and they have a huge following. Like, 100%. They are big stars to some people, but there are plenty of people who go, I don't know what a fish is.
I saw somebody, I was going to get into this somebody, right? I was going to get into this on the show yesterday because I saw somebody post and they said, hey, people who go to Fish concerts, don't actually like the band. I'm convinced that all these people at Phish shows just like the aesthetic and the prints and the, like, you know, what it is to be in that world, and that they don't actually like the music. You can't like the music. And I go, this is interesting, because what it is a fundamental misread of people. And I think this happens with almost everything right now. Like, I think Republicans look at Democrats and they go, I don't think you really believe this. I don't believe you actually believe this. I think Democrats look at Republicans and like, there's no way you actually believe this. You know, I think that they don't think anybody could just disagree or, you know, have something that they like if they themselves don't like it. They think nobody else could possibly like this thing. So I think sometimes people project and they go, I don't like the Grateful Dead, so therefore nobody actually really likes the Grateful Dead or Phish or whatever band you want to bring up. And I'm here to say, like, I've met some of these people. They really do like the bands.
Absolutely.
They do. They're like huge fans of these groups. It's just that you don't understand that there are people out there with different tastes, different sensibilities, all sorts of different things.
It's hard to say that it's a washed up kind of thing, because some of the biggest stars in music have done residencies. Adele, Britney Spears, she was at one point at the height of stardom.
That was literally the end of Britney Spears' career, though.
Yeah, it was. Well,
that was the end of. She's not playing anymore now.
They were still trying to put batteries in her, at the time.
Yeah, right. We're trying to get some more money out of her.
Let's see, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry. She's kind of having a rough go at it right now.
Sure.
But Blink-182 did one at the Palms.
Did they?
Yeah.
I would go to that,
Garth
too.
Brooks, Shania Twain, Miranda Lambert. A couple.
Can I give you an example of what people are saying? Like, this is when bands give up. When they go to Vegas, they give up and it becomes embarrassing. Here's an example. This is the B-52s. All right? You know them. Love Shack, baby. Rock Lobster, all of these songs. The B-52s are currently playing some shows in Vegas, and people are blown away by how bad it seems, by how bad the performance is. I'll play it for you. You tell me if you think it's that bad, if Vegas is giving up and this is a sign of it, and the B-52s are just toast, or maybe you think it's good. Here's the B-52s this week in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here. Okay, it's the vibes are not great. I'm saying this is low energy B-52s. Like, the band might be fighting right now.
But
would be my guess.
Are the B-52s doing a residency in Vegas, or are they just doing a one-off show? I mean, there are bands that go on tour and hit Vegas for the people that live there, right?
It may be a one-off show, but something is like they're not vibing right now. Sean says you could feel the energy. Yeah, this is like, somebody says going through the motions. Exactly. It's just like she's barely hitting the tambourine.
Knock a little louder, Vegas.
So corny. Guys, wake up. You're the B-52s. They're just like a bunch of oldos rolling around on the stage, playing the song, and they've done it so many times that they're like, come on, do we have to play Love Shack again? It kind of feels like they don't care.
Fred Schneider almost missed his cue on one of those on the doors.
He did, right? Now I got to hear what the breakdown is, because could the vibes get more off than the... Why is it so It feels, as they say, it's giving cheap cruise ship vibes. That's what I'm getting from this. Like low budget cruise ship vibes for the B-52s, and this is the end of the horizon for them. The Post says, so when bands get old, do they decide to go to Las Vegas? Here's the B-52s right now. And sounds a little low energy. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Did you think it was good, Sealand?
I don't know. It's kind of what I would have expected, though.
Knock a little louder.
Vegas.
Bang. My God. Insecure Walrus says, I saw the B-52s in a little venue in Nashville about 15 years ago, and they were great. What has happened in those 15 years? Well, they've aged, I guess, right? Is that it? Is it just that you get older, rocking and rolling is a little bit harder to do after some point in time?
The band itself is 50 years old. Now there's...
No, really?
Yeah, they formed in 1976. That's 50, right?
Snoop Frog says Jack's daughter works on a cruise ship, Sean. Yeah, but she's on a good cruise ship. she's on a good cruise ship with high-end talent. And then you got those other cruise ships. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like it's the one where you go out for like a day or two, maybe if you're lucky. Everybody goes out to sea, and they said, look, there's plenty of entertainment. And I just went on that Princess cruise for Christmas. And fantastic, big money entertainment. But the other cruise ships, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me sometimes. And I think maybe sometimes bands might go to Vegas to die. They might be right about that. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
The reason I brought up Fish is because they just did a weekend at the Sphere that I had some friends go fly up to Vegas for. And then I think they got another one coming up. And I was seeing a bunch of the videos of the different visuals and stuff. I am interested to see a show at the Sphere, but it's like
me too.
The look of it is so different when you think of what your typical view of what a stage looks like. It looks like they just chopped the top off of it.
Yeah,
because to make room for all of the screen and the visuals and stuff, the actual stage part is kind of weird. And
I get it, but the presentation is so cool, man.
Right, which is, I commented on somebody's video. Let me go back and see if he ever responded, because there was somebody I follow on Instagram who was out at the Sphere for Fish in Vegas, and he said it was the closest he had ever been. He's seen a bunch of Fish shows, the closest he'd ever been to Fish, closest he'd ever been to the stage. And I said, was it easier or harder to get there? Because you would think a lot of people that go to the Sphere don't want a front row, just like you don't want to be at the front row at a movie theater and be like, creaking your neck back just to see everything.
Like ratcheting up.
You almost might want to be farther away from the actual band to get the full experience.
Yeah, I would think so too. Let us know what you think. Send us your thoughts, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, or send a dispatch. An update, James Comey, I guess, has just turned himself into federal court. He has to go in and just present himself for the charges over the seashells in the sand, where he put 8647. 86 meaning usually in restaurant lingo, get rid of. 47 referring to the president. And the Department of Justice, for some reason, thinks this is serious enough to go after him. And he's facing 20 years total. He's made a video, too. Let's see what James Comey, former head of the FBI, and noted emo vague poster on social media, what he has to say. Here he is.
Well, they're back. This time about a picture of seashells on a North Carolina beach a year ago. And this won't be the end of it. But nothing has changed with me. I'm still innocent. I'm still not afraid. And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary, so let's go. But it's really important that all of us remember this is not who we are as a country. This is not how the Department of Justice is supposed to be. And the good news is we get closer every day to restoring those values.
Do we? Are we? I'm seeing the political people stay on the same front. They're happy about the kind of weaponization of all of this stuff that truly depresses me. I've got the actual counts here. It says, count one, grand jury has indicted James Comey, the former head of the FBI. Count one, on or about May 15th, 2025, in the Eastern District of North Carolina. the defendant, James Brian Comey Jr., did knowingly and willfully make a threat to take the life of and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States, in that he publicly posted a photograph on the internet social media site Instagram, which depicted seashells arranged in a pattern making out 8647, which a reasonable recipient who's familiar with the circumstances would interpret as a serious expression of an intent to do harm to the President of the United States.
Hard disagree. I think reasonable is, trying to carry a lot of weight there.
Yeah.
A reasonable recipient?
Like if you went into a bar tonight and the bar had a chalkboard and somebody wrote 8647 on the chalkboard, would you legitimately sit there for a second and go, well, I need to contact the Department of Justice?
This bar is going to kill the president.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally breweries and bars that have like some bet about giving you free beer when somebody assassinates the president. But this, if I went into a place and I saw it on a chalkboard, it said 8647 on the chalkboard, I would not think that the place actually was threatening to kill the president of the United States of America. And I don't think a reasonable recipient would. I was going to say,
either. You don't think it is, but then the drafter of this document would argue you're unreasonable.
I guess so. And I've been called unreasonable before. That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. Count two.
You think it's fair that you're called unreasonable?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Of all the things that people might say about me, saying that I'm unreasonable I think is fair. Especially if Courtney says that. If Courtney says I'm unreasonable, she's right. You just give her that one.
What if Jack says
No, then he's tell him, get right out of here. Get right on out of here. On or about May 15th, 2025, in the Eastern District of North Carolina, the defendant, James Comey, former head of the FBI, knowingly and willfully did transmit in interstate and foreign commerce a communication that contained a threat to kill the president, Donald J. Trump specifically, by publicly posting a photograph on the internet site, social media site, Instagram, 8647, which a reasonable recipient who is familiar with the circumstances would interpret as a serious expression of intent to do harm to President Trump. Why is that different? That seems like exactly the same thing, isn't it? It's
kind of.
So it's like...
What if it were my 48th birthday?
Too bad. Off to prison, they say. And he's facing 20 years behind bars. I want everybody, and I mean everybody, I want everybody to come together and say the following things. Sean, it's okay when people disagree with each other. All right? That's number one. Sean, it's okay when people disagree with each other. Sean, edgy jokes are fine. No big deal. Edgy jokes are fine. No matter the target, right? Edgy jokes are fine and honestly a little bit funny sometimes, right? Edgy jokes are fine. I want people to say weaponizing the Department of Justice and going after your political adversaries to try to throw them behind bars is bad, right? Weaponizing the justice system to throw your political opponents behind bars is bad. Murder is bad. Murder is bad. Physically attacking people with whom you disagree with is bad. Violence, murder, weaponizing the justice system, all of these things are bad. Normal people agree that they're bad. The regular people in my neighborhood agree that they're all bad. The political people do not. Eventually, many people will wake up and see that the political people are ruining everything for all the regular people.
I just think this is like a really big stretch on it being a death threat.
Yeah,
you know, like 86 means... You can 86 something as get rid of it, or 86 as in it's out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just had you would need a lot more seashells for this. If you said get rid of the president,
that's way much more work, right?
You know,
even if you said get rid of the president, unless you say kill the president on this day at this time, like you have to have a specific threat. Threats are illegal. All words that are not illegal should be left alone. That's it, right? All words that are not illegal, and what is illegal is a direct threat on a human being's life. That's illegal. That's where I'm at on that. Where are you? Let me know. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, running behind. Quick break. When we come back, a teacher is in trouble, and let's do this. I got mailbox money for you. So if you want to get a big check in the mail, I guarantee you a lot of you will be able to get money from this. Mailbox money opportunity coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI can predict.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. Stand by. Don't forget tomorrow, we've got the CEO of the zoo that is rescuing those sloths. Should be at 11:30 for those of you watching live. That'll be fun. Fritz on the street tomorrow. That's right. Fritz on the street tomorrow as well. Political people. Political people. Guys, ready? Stand by. Look at her. What do you think? Huh? The new PTZ is exactly like this one over here. But it's a black one. So it can go up here. Look. You can barely see it. It'll be up here kind of like this. And it'll get a gorgeous, crisp 4K shot of the couch for secret shows. That way we'll have really crisp shots on both sides of the room here. And anything on this side of the room, it can pick up beautifully. While this one picks up everything on this side of the room. Magnifique. Absolutely magnifique. Big Brother? Yeah. Sean should rent out his studio for filming porn? Oh, come on, man. I don't want that in here. Like, ass cheeks on my furniture. I don't want that. Mailbox money, 2 minutes away. We've been watching these videos, by the way. We've been watching these videos where people have opened the door to the Scientology centers and run in trying to speed run as fast as they can through the Scientology building. And of course, they've been filming themselves doing this. Scientology has responded, and Scientology calls these hate crimes. Do you agree or disagree, chat? Is it a hate crime to target Scientology and run into the building and film yourself doing a speed run through the Scientology building? Is that a hate crime? Yes or no? Chaos definitely had his ass cheeks on that couch. No way. Which one? That one over there? I don't think so. I don't smell it. Because they hated it? Yeah, it doesn't make it a hate crime just because you hated the thing that they were doing. Scientology calls it a hate crime. They say it's a hate crime to do this. Buzz, take a deep breath. You're so unhinged on the politics stuff, man. Buzz, your politics, woof. You're so revved up on the politics. Every time I see one of your messages, it's a TLDR about some crazy politics. Nope, not hate. They're doing no harm. The crime of opportunity to be on video. Is it a hate crime? If they're only targeting Scientology, I guess it could be considered a hate crime. I hate crime designations can be kind of dumb to begin with, but calling something like this which is clearly a viral meme event, a hate crime, is ridiculous. Like, does anybody really think that this is some effort to eradicate the planet of Scientologists? As if that's some sort of immutable characteristic? Right? Like, can it even be a hate crime if it's not an immutable characteristic? Immutable meaning you can't get rid of it, you can't mute it, you can't change the color of your skin, you can't do anything about that. But you can change if you're a Scientologist. If you want to. If you want to. Here we go. Coming back.
Of my family and of the country that shaped us.
From iHeart Podcasts, Saigon.
The United States will not stand by and allow any power to take over another country.
One city, a divided country, and the war that tore America apart.
There's a fire coming to this country, and it's going to burn out everything.
Search Saigon on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the new.
Today, subscribe to the podcast. It's free. And you can keep up with everything happening on the News Junkie. Go get that over on thenewsjunkie.com. Mailbox money on the way. How about that? I got some mailbox money for you. If you're new to the show, that means there's one of these class action suits that most people can get money from. All you have to do whenever you hear us talking about it is go be active, find out where you need to go, fill out a form for like 10 seconds, and you will usually get money in the mailbox. You'll get a check or you'll get, to Venmo or PayPal, digital money to your phone. You'll forget about it. All of a sudden, next thing you know, you got a little extra money. So we love to spread the word like that.
It's always just enough time that you forgot about it. Like I can't remember if I'm owed anything from any of these settlements because it takes so long to pay them out. So when you do get that email with a gift card or you get a random Venmo from something, you're like, oh, all right, here's a couple bucks.
Question for you. Do you have Blue Cross Blue Shield?
I think I used to.
Really?
I think that was my former insurance company because I want to say that's what I signed up for when I had Obamacare.
Yeah, well, you might be in luck then. Blue Cross Blue Shield customers are going to receive payments in a $2.67 billion settlement. Yes, $1 billion settlement. That's a lot of money that's coming in, and you could get your slice of that. It's really easy for you to do. All you have to do is follow the directions I'm going to give you here in just a moment. More than 5 years after it was granted approval in court, payments in the massive $2.67 billion Blue Cross Blue Shield settlement could start hitting people's bank accounts in just a matter of days. The fund is going to begin distributing payments in May, so it's literally days away. The class action lawsuit alleged Blue Cross Blue Shield limited competition between health insurance options, drove up costs for customers, and other things. The company denies any wrongdoing, but they settled the lawsuit. People who were covered by Blue Cross Blue Shield between February 2008.
Oh, there's a good chance.
And October 2020. That's big. If you had Blue Cross Blue Shield between February of 2008 and October of 2020, you can get a claim out of this.
12-year window there?
Yeah, that's not bad at all right there. And it's BCBS, as in Blue Cross Blue Shield, BCBSsettlement.com. BCBSsettlement.com. Let me see if I go to the actual website, how easy or difficult this is. All right, there it is. BCBS, as in Blue Cross Blue Shield, settlement.com. And it's resolved. It's final. Now you can fill it in here on the website, I guess, right? I would like to check my claim status. Okay, upload supporting documentation. Oh, the deadline for documentation is passed. They better still let you in here, the window, huh? Oh, the provider settlement website is here. So it's actually a different one. They give you a link on it to go to the settlement website. And I think there you can start it. Yeah, submissions provider. There's like a start button to fill out the thing to get the money from Blue Cross Blue Shield. And if they're giving out $2.67 billion, you're probably going to get a little chunk of money. That's not so bad. So I would encourage you to do it if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield. Anytime between 2008 and October of 2020, make a claim right now. Get some money for yourself. They did say there were 6 million claims filed, I guess.
Yeah.
What's 1.9 billion divided by 6 million? That's so many numbers.
Divided by how many? 6 million?
Yeah. 1.9 billion divided by 6 million total claims. That's
$3,100.
That's how much they're getting. Of course, you got lawyer fees and stuff. All right, let me try one more time here. Let me get connected with TNJAI. All right, if you have a settlement of $1.9 billion and 6 million people filled out the settlement, TNJAI, how much do they each get? Let's see what we got here.
Rough math, you take that 1.9 billion and divide it by 6 million people.
Thank you, AI.
That comes out to a little over $300 per person before any fees or taxes. Not life-changing, but it's something.
I think I forgot a zero somewhere.
You might have.
Might have missed a zero. That's my B.
That's embarrassing, honest to God. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing, but it's the case that we find ourselves in right now. Let us know what you think. Maybe you're going to fill that out. I would encourage you to do it. BCBSsettlement.com. Go get some free cash over there. It's easy to do. All right, let's work in a couple of dispatches. Let me refresh for the latest, and we'll try to get 2 or 3 in. Everybody who's trying to send me these hail photos, every single time you guys send me the hail photo, it breaks. I don't know why, but they break every time. Here's Dingo talking about the B-52s in that Vegas performance.
What up, News Junkie? Dingo here. I just want to chime in real quick about the B-52s. Not a huge fan, but as a kid, if we were going to the beach or something, that's what my mom was playing in the car. I didn't think it sounded that bad live, honestly. Like, it would have been an all right show to go to. I also think that the B-52s guy, the singer, he has a coffee shop in Mount Dora. And I've always wanted to go there. I'm also not a huge coffee guy, but I just want to be like, I want a latte. You got to say it in B-52's voice.
I'm sure
Fred Schneider never gets that. Never gets that. I know he's a local, so if he has a coffee shop, that would check out.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against him. I just it sounded like the band might have been having a bad day, and that's the audio that you missed if you're just tuning in with us now. Always go back on the podcast. Here's Trevor, the insurance broker, talking about that rough-looking food in the Navy that has been posted online that's going viral. Here he is.
Hey, guys. Trevor, the insurance broker here.
Okay.
So I also am a Marine Corps veteran, served some time on ship, and what it looks like to me is this sailor is probably just trying to cut weight and meet weight standards. So he went along the food line and just picked out some complex carbs, which the carrots are, and the proteins, just to be able to, give him what he needs to survive while he's trying to not be fat. In the military, especially the Navy and the Marine Corps, we just call them fat bodies. So he probably just picked that out, shared it to his profile and Facebook or something. And then one of his buddies probably just picked it up and was like, oh, look, this is all they get. But when he doesn't even really understand that the guy's probably just fat and needs to lose weight. All right, over and out.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Trevor. Thank you for the dispatch.
When we talked about that, I think there were a lot of people chiming in on the texting service that could not see the stream, just listening to us.
Yeah.
A lot of people were guessing it was S on a shingle or chipped beef.
I like that, actually.
It's pretty good. Somebody said chipped beef, and my dad loved it when he was in the Army. No, it wasn't that. I could see what it was, and people that were guessing spam, it wasn't the right shape or size for spam. I think
too thin too.
Somebody, you can cut Spam however thin you want. You cut it into slices and fry it up.
That's true, you could.
But the thing that we were looking at, who somebody said was some sort of shawarma, like slice of shawarma meat, it was much longer and not in the right shapes for some of the stuff. And as far as the people saying chipped beef or S on a shingle, none of the things we saw in that picture, that particular one with the mystery meat, had any sort of sauce on them.
Yeah.
The one that looked like a pulled meat was a little more sauce-like, and it looked like some sort of braised meat for tacos because it came with tortillas. But other than that, the things that you were guessing,
it looked a little rough, though.
Sure.
It wasn't looking up to snuff for what we should have in the armed forces.
Didn't sound crazy to guess that somebody may have staged that picture to make it look like that, or like this person said, if you're cutting weight, you're going to try and focus on, hey, like, what's going on here? Like, you're going to try and focus on not having as many carbs in your meal and stuff.
Definitely.
I would get rid of the carrots no matter what, because gross.
Yeah, get them out of here. Sometimes Cordy will make them and they're good. So sometimes I'll go for the carrots solidly. When we come back, C-Lane was lied to about something as a child, and I want to work that into the show to see what you were lied to about as a child as well. And also, we got jury duty on the way with a teacher who is in big trouble. We got the FCC update with Jimmy Kimmel and a bunch more that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Magic visit the Pistons in Game 5 tonight. Orlando leads the first-round series 3-1. Franz Wagner questionable with a calf injury. Rest of the playoffs, the Knicks crushed the Hawks, taking the 3-2 lead, and the Sixers beat the Celtics to avoid elimination.
Hello! Welcome to the show. Don't forget, spread the word, gift secret shows. All you have to do is go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit that gift icon. Spread the word, give some subs at thenewsjunkie.com. Secret shows is tomorrow. We'll really rally them up and see what we can get for gifted subs tomorrow on the show. It should be a banger. The window may be passed for that insurance payout. And maybe that the deadline is passed. But the payout is coming if you did fill it out before. I don't know if we talked about it then. The claim submission deadline for Blue Cross Blue Shield passed on July 29th, 2025. Brutal. Brutal. We may have talked about it at that time. I'm not sure if we talked about the mailbox money then. Hey to TNJ chat. Hey to YouTube. Hey to Twitch. Hello, hello. Jury duty coming up. And jury duty, a teacher is in trouble, in hot water, you might say, because the teacher made a TikTok where she acted like she was upset that the White House Correspondents' Dinner assassin was not successful in his goal to take out the president. The teacher made a TikTok video where she acted like she was upset that the assassin didn't pull it off. And She has been fired as a result of this. Does that seem fair to you? Let me know what you think.
If you have geographic atrophy or GA, subtle changes in vision could be...
Vicky said, do we have mailbox money from Amazon? We have before. People will never learn. People just post everything online. People just post everything online, and they're so desperate to like put content like that out there. It's so weird. 1 minute. Should somebody who cheers for murder teach children? Probably not. The news junkie must have talked about the Blue Cross thing because I signed up for it and that's the only way I would know about it. Well, good. Good. In that case, redo that last segment to be, hey, you focused on mailbox money and now it's time to get paid. Time to get paid, then time to get laid. As they say. All right, we're coming back.
Percent online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. Learn how podcasting can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
with you in the world's most viral newsroom. Let's have some fun together as we always do, examining everything, making people chat around the planet. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. Big thanks, real quick before we get into this next story. Big thanks to this guy with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much to this guy with the 5 gifted subs. His name is this guy.
Oh, okay.
The guy who his name is this guy. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You can get those secret shows, gifted subscriptions. Claim yours right now on the website. People often say, Sean, how do I do that? It's so easy. Look, I'm on the website, thenewsjunkie.com right now, and I see free gift subscriptions are available. Claim now. And then you just click it. And if you're logged in, you click claim, and you are a Secret Show subscriber thanks to this guy with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. I'll put that on the leaderboard in just a moment here on the show. We've been talking about something that's been happening at these Scientology locations. And if you missed the discussion around this, here's the deal. Here's the deal. People have been going to Scientology locations, and they open the doors to the location that they're at, and they
Is it a
run
church?
in. I don't know if they're all considered churches.
Does the overall Church of Scientology have like a chapel that people go to observe Scientology?
God, that's such a good question. Do they go on like Sundays? Let me ask TNJAI. Hang on. Let's see if we can get an answer out of this here. What Scientologists actually do at these places, or do they just go in for the auditing kind of stuff? Do Scientologists actually attend church each week? If so, what do they do? Let's see.
Yeah, they do have regular gatherings. In Scientology, it's a mix of group services and individual counseling sessions. Sunday services can include reading teachings, group discussions, and sometimes a sermon. It's not exactly like a traditional church service, but they do gather to learn and reflect together.
All right, so they do gather at these places. So I guess calling it a church would be a fair thing to do. And they're showing up at these locations. They open the door. Of course, they film themselves hauling ass and running into the Scientology church. and going as far as they can. And now Scientology has responded. And this is kind of surprising to me, but maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Scientology's speedrun TikTok trend has teens mapping their Hollywood building, says the LA Times. But the big headline for me
the listeners do with your house.
Kind of,
make a little map.
Kind of, yeah. Church officials from Scientology have responded to all of this. The people running into their facilities and they say harassing them. And they are claiming these are hate crimes. They are claiming to open up the door of the Scientology place and run in is actually a hate crime. I don't know if you agree or not, but let us know.
It's not the worst argument I've ever heard. Because if they are an actual recognized church, I mean, does the Church of Scientology, do they benefit from the same tax breaks that, say, the Catholic Church or Lutheran or Methodist Church would get? Are they considered federally for reasons of the IRS a church? And if so, like if you bombed a mosque, wouldn't that be considered a hate crime?
Yeah, but if you bombed a mosque versus just going in a mosque and running around and filming yourself, I don't think I would believe that was a hate crime.
Right.
Now, just to be clear, I think it's wrong. Don't interrupt services. Don't interrupt churches. Don't go into a Catholic church or a mosque or don't go into any place of worship like this and bother these people while they're doing their thing. It's rude and ridiculous of you. But is it a hate crime? I don't know if I wouldn't think that.
I don't know if the act they're committing is serious enough to carry the hate crime thing, but I could see where they're being victimized in a way that other churches would consider hate.
Yeah. David on YouTube says kind of like what Don Lemon did. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the point. That wouldn't still be a hate crime. I wouldn't call what Don Lemon did a hate crime, going into a church and bothering all those people. I would call it harassment.
Right.
Harassment is fine.
Is harassment, or at least legal harassment, like legally defined harassment that's actionable by authorities, is that a crime that can carry bigger weight if it's based on hate? Like if you're harassing people based on the color of their skin, their sexual orientation, if it's just harassment, can hate crime be added to harassment? And if so, they might have a point. If not, then, it's just harassment.
Here's an example of one of them. This is one of the Scientology speed runs where they open the door to their place and just run in.
It's being called the Scientology Run Challenge, and it's an attempt to get a glimpse inside some of the organization's secretive facilities before being chased away by security. It is unclear if any participants have faced any legal consequences because of it. KTLA has reached out to the Church of Scientology and is awaiting a statement.
So they did respond, and they're now saying that people doing this is a hate crime.
That'd be so annoying to work there right now.
I know.
It's so annoying that you just have to keep the guys that they had their faces blurred out at that front desk, that they're just like, oh, another one, and then they have to kind of run and try and put their bodies, in front of them to keep them from running inside. It's got to be the most annoying thing. And I don't want to be on the side of the Scientologists. I think what they do is weird.
Yeah, but this is not the correct response, I guess. Arnott is saying hate crime now and a crime motivated by prejudice against a social group is a hate crime. So he's saying this is a hate crime. I don't agree. I think that while that might be a definition of this, I don't know that you can prove that this is motivated solely by a prejudice against this group. Like, say people were doing this to a black church and they just kept going to this one church and they kept going in. Happens to be a black church, right? Predominantly black church, and they go in and they run through and do a speed run. And they go, well, this is a hate crime. Well, there's no evidence that they're doing it because they're black, or in this case, because they're Scientologists. I think they're just targeting this place, and it's become a meme. They're not going through.
They're not doing it to other places.
That they aren't going to other places. They are only doing this at these Scientology places. But it doesn't seem to be an assault on the faith. It doesn't seem to be an assault on what you would call, something required to make it a hate crime. It's a hate crime for targeting a church. I disagree with that interpretation of hate crimes. But Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I think a hate crime is solely and completely motivated by a hate for usually an immutable characteristic in other people. So something that somebody cannot hide or run away from, like the color of their skin or various other things about them that they can't change, I think could be a hate crime. But I don't know that this is. That's what the Church of Scientology says. Tell us what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now.
There are some former Scientologists who might argue that it was pretty hard to run away from them or hide.
Oh, I thought that we were going to say somewhere we're texting in right now.
No.
We probably got some Scientologists out there texting in somewhere. I'm
not if
getting in
they want
trouble
their
for being
fame
late.
level.
I'm trying to not be late here, Sealand. I'm trying to not be late. I'm taking the break so we have a longer final hour. Power hour on the show will be revved up. A teacher got in trouble for something she posted online. I'll play what she posted online for you. We'll give you the updates on the Kimmel versus ABC stuff and something absolutely crazy that's just popped up in a lawsuit. Do not miss this in the final hour of the show. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to look out for. US 27 northbound at I-4, Reinhardt Road southbound before 417, on New York Avenue westbound before Pravat Avenue on I-4, the major roadways. You won't be running into any surprises affecting your ride, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1...
The Power Hour. Hey, chat. Do you guys remember the Titan sub incident? When I say that, do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Titan sub incident? Yes or no? You guys remember that? The Titan sub incident. Just want to test the waters to see if you remember that whole fiasco. Do we remember that big incident? The Titanic Xbox controller controlled sub? Yes. The Can Crusher? Rude, but yes. Rude, but yes. Tanya says no. A lot of people are saying yes. The one that killed people? Yes. Yes. Yeah. This was the Titan sub was when they were going down to explore the deepest depths of the ocean. And as they went down there, something on this ship that wasn't put together, or this sub that wasn't put together that well, went wrong and boom! You know, they imploded or whatever because of the pressure. And they died. The widow of one of the guys who died on that ship, or that submersible, I should say, the widow of one of the guys who died, Christine Dawood, or DeWood? Christine DeWood. She described her husband being returned to her, and she said she was upset by it because her husband was returned as slush. This is the word she used to describe her husband being returned to her. Slush is what she said, which is that's a lot. She said she was initially going to go with him on the submersible, but she didn't. She described the horrific nature her family's bodies were allegedly in as they were returned for her for burial. Her husband, 48 years old, and her 19-year-old son died on the Ocean Gate submersible as it imploded in 2023 headed toward the wreck of the Titanic. She said they returned her husband and her son as slush to her. Very visual element of like in a container of just stuff. Was he in a black plastic bag? Here's your Slurpee, man. Right, yeah. That's such an eerie way to present it, though. My family members were returned to me as slush. Yikes. I'm starting to wonder about this. I gotta have room for the cables. Is this gonna be too far out? Like right there. Will this be too far out? Like, is that gonna look dumb? It'll be like this. Like this. Is that gonna look dumb? Now I'm worried about it. Might have to put it in the wide shot instead. I don't know. I mean, I really want that shot. But it will stick out a little bit. It'll be on the wide shot there. Huh. I don't know, maybe I should just put it up there. Seems fine, blends in with the wall. One minute. Final hour of the show is on. Ew? Are we oohing the camera over there? Oh no. Could be bad.
$1 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Out here, we hear your speed before we see you. Wind that rocks us.
Cars drifting toward us.
This isn't just a road. It's our workplace. Slow down.
Keep your distance.
Stay focused. Your choices matter.
Let's get everyone home safely.
Learn more about the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative at WorkZoneSafetyFL.com.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan. Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. COIN. 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 Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
Say hello. Earn some points just for listening to the podcast. If you're already listening to the podcast, I think you're going to love the experience over there in chat. All you do is hit exclamation point. Exclamation point podcast launches the podcast player in TNJ chat. Don't forget, you can listen to the show and earn points. Use them to play games and do all sorts of other fun stuff over there on the chat room. It's available at chat.thenewsjunkie.com. All right, a teacher has been fired over a post about the Trump assassination attempt, this says. Let's see. I'll bring the story up in front of me just so we can see. Maybe they'll play the video in their report. Local teacher fired for disparaging remarks aimed at Trump after shooting at correspondence dinner. Now, this is from Fox 19. Let's see what they said here.
Of the gunman allegedly opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, there's a local teacher fired after she posts disparaging messages on social media about President Trump.
Mike Shell's at the daycare where she worked and has the latest.
All right.
The teacher's name is Corinne Baum.
Corinne Baum.
She was still instructing young students here at Bright Path Bridgetown Child Care Center. That all changed when the school found out about a social media post where she seemed disappointed that President Trump was not injured or killed.
All right, so this was it's not like a school, like an elementary school or middle school. It is instead a like child care center. So I think these are really little kids that she was teaching. And because of her post online, she's been fired. Is that right? Let us know. But first, let's get the details. Let me see if I can get the video of her.
With an apparent look of dejection on her face, Corinne Baum posted a 20-second video on social media saying, "There's a few creators on here saying like Friday or yesterday could have been the day. And then I wake up to that news, but not that news." Baum was reacting to the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in Washington, D.C. Saturday night. The FBI says 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of California rushed a security checkpoint armed with a shotgun, handgun, and knives and exchanged gunfire with law enforcement.
Oh, there's the shots being fired off. So she said, "I woke up to the news, but not that news." And I've heard people doing this on social media and like flirting around with being excited about the president getting shot or almost getting killed or whatever, because it's just generally bad antisocial weirdo behavior. But I don't know. I mean, like, do we want to go after every person and fire every person who posts something like this? She's not even teaching kids stuff that would be affected by this, as best I can tell. Like, she's teaching little kids basic stuff, reading and writing and whatnot. Unless she's putting political stuff into their heads, that would be the real issue here. But I don't hear any allegations of that. There's the
President
chaos.
Trump, along with the First Lady, the Vice President, and many of Trump's cabinet secretaries were attending the dinner. In her social media post, Baum is seen letting out a sigh before saying, "We're going to have to pay really close attention to what they're actually trying to distract us from." Bright Path has 12
That's like half of social media if you fire everybody for a post like that. That must have been a 20 milligram THC drink. Maybe. You're just like, oh, eyes as big as saucers. It's just, I see so much worse than this all the time. I don't know what that says, but like this seems not that bad compared to a lot of other things I've seen, even my own friends and stuff posting.
School and daycare centers in the tri-state. And according to its website, they are a trusted early learning and child care provider, as well as a world-class and innovative provider of early childhood education. It is unclear what specific role Corinne Baum had at the Bridgetown location, but she is no longer there. Bright Path's corporate office released a statement to Fox 19.
It's child care.
Our organization does not tolerate and explicitly condemns any calls for violence. The comments made online by this individual are deeply inconsistent with our values. The individual in question has been terminated.
Like, I get it, but if you want to stop every millennial woman who thinks like this, I think you're not going to have anybody left to watch the kids at this particular facility.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And if you ask the parents, you know, they're going to be like, "Did they hurt my child? Because I got stuff to do."
Tinker, what is it? Tinker Shop says, "Sean, you sound like a crybaby liberal." Sir, if I'm not getting it from one side, I'm getting it from the other, which I view as I'm probably pretty close to the target that I'm aiming for. What I'm saying is...
Whoa. Those words.
What I'm saying is when people put dumbass opinions and takes like this online, there are two possible responses. One is that we kvetch and lose it and clutch our pearls like a bunch of little bitches every time somebody has a controversial opinion or posts something stupid on social media, and we freak out and go on the cancel train and go after whatever person is next, right? That's one option. Another option is to be like, What's the person's job and what are they doing wrong? That's what I have for you. I don't care what they are. I'm going back to all the people that I saw being fired for like wearing a MAGA hat or like a million different things where I said, this is all stupid. I think it's stupid. I'll be the one person.
Where would you put this in comparison to the Charlie Kirk posts?
Oh, I think this is not quite as bad as a lot of the Charlie Kirk posts that I saw. But even then, I thought the over-policing of people's responses was stupid. It's silly. You don't need to go after everybody, fire them from every job that they have. Now, if people are saying something that directly impacts their job and the service that they're supposed to do, that's one thing. But I don't know that this does. If you're caring for little kids and you're making some dumb TikTok, like she's dumb. We're agreeing she's dumb, right? Like she's dumb. But are you so sensitive that you clutch your pearls every time you hear something like that? Because I don't personally. I don't. But I don't know. Maybe you don't agree on this one. Let me know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Whenever I hear somebody have an opinion, whenever I hear somebody say something stupid like this, kind of celebrating the idea that the president would have been shot at, I think they're lost individuals. I hope you come back to reality. I think stop being so political. It's disgusting. I think you're antisocial and gross. I think all of those things. But I'd never go further and say, like, let's go chase them all down and let's go get all of them out of their jobs if they're at some facility doing childcare. I mean, I don't care on that level. Maybe that makes me dumb. I don't think so. I just don't care on that particular level. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. I'm sure there'll be thoughts on that. I would definitely disagree with their statement on saying that her post was inciting violence, even though she was disappointed that it wasn't more violent, and that's pretty not a smart thing to post in any situation. I don't think she was going like, hey guys, no, can we do a little better next time or anything like that. I mean, like, yeah, that's what Kyle Gass said that got him in trouble, in the court of public opinion. They're all doing something that's just undeniably gross. I think it's gross. But I am not that person. I'm not the person who goes, well, because this thing happened and I think the behavior is gross, I think that all of these people should be chased down. I think we need to be much more loose about reacting this way to everything. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I think everybody's way too sensitive about everything. And I think that when anybody gets involved in this stuff, I'm pretty consistent about that, I think. Okay, I don't know that I could play much of this, but I'm going to try anyway. Are you have the ability to dump if something goes south here? Are you asking me that question? Yeah. Did you see the streamer? Do you think that for 2 weeks or so, however long, we've just been flying no net here? I never asked. This streamer, this guy who's a streamer over on Twitch, seems like a nice enough guy. He was on day 34 of his stream. He's walking like straight, like 34 days straight he's been streaming? Yes, and he's walking like across the country. I forgot where he's walking from. I just felt like walking. He's Forrest Gumping. His name is HMBL, Humble, HMBL space ZAYY. That's his streamer name, or Isaiah Thomas. And he's raising money for charity, walking across the country for like a faith thing. It's called the Humble Faith Walk. And he pushes this cart, and he shows on a map where he is, and you can see all of the people in chat and how many subscribers he has and stuff. And as he's cruising along streaming, he gets hit by a car in the middle of his stream. Like, he's walking along, he's pushing his cart. Here he is. Ready? He's in the lane. Oh, God, you can see where it's coming right now. He's in the lane. He's actually in the lane with his cart as he's walking. But he does have a high-vis yellow vest on. And he's got a... that car you can see coming. Yeah. He's got a Mazda coming up behind him here. Oh, and it just absolutely plows him. And he got hit by this car. He got back up afterwards, and he ends up picking up his whole rig here and showing people what's going on, talking to the cops who were helping him out. All his stuff is knocked all over creation. So he was in the lane. I don't know where you're supposed to be when you're doing this.
I don't see a sidewalk.
I guess this car says the driver of this car was upset because another vehicle hit them from behind. So the car that hit them was hit by another vehicle from behind. So they had stopped for this guy, and they were waiting, and then another vehicle rammed into the back of them, smashing them into this guy who was walking down the street. I'll put this up on See It Now.
I mean, it does kind of look, if you go back to just before he was hit, like the car was not going that fast and then sped up. So
Yeah,
I think you could
launches.
see that he was hit.
And he reacts right at the last minute. The car smashes into him.
Because he probably heard the car get hit. He probably heard a big crash behind him and thought, oh, whoa.
I'll try to play that part. Let's see what we can hear. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right.
Can't hear it.
Hang on. All right. I would stop right there. That was him getting hit. That's all we need. That's him getting hit. I'll put that up on See It Now. I think I have him reacting. Here he is afterwards. Oh, this poor guy. He said he's walking from Philadelphia to California. Now he's got a neck brace on and he's in the hospital.
Appreciate everybody that's checking on me. God is the greatest. I'm good. We're just running some tests right now. We'll be back live streaming real soon. But we're going to finish this race. We ain't going to let the devil win. We're going to make sure that we finish this marathon that God put me on, man. God is the greatest. I'm alive, and that's all that matters.
All right. I could barely hear somebody in the background going, that's right. That's right. That's right. God is the greatest. Now, technically, he did let me down in this moment where the Mazda smashed into me, and that was not great. But otherwise, he's happy to continue his mission, walking from Philadelphia to California and streaming the whole way. Which, you know what what I thought about when I heard this guy was walking from Philadelphia to California? I say, good on us. Good on us. Our internet and our broadband has come so far that now a man can push a cart with a full widescreen HD stream.
Real-time data from the map.
Yep, all of it.
You saw at one point there.
Oh! Jesus, man.
At one point before he gets hit, you see like somebody liked his stream and their little animated GIF was on the side of it.
Yeah.
It was all kinds of stuff.
So it really says something about our mobile broadband that this guy is able to do this. I salute him. Good luck, sir.
Well, no, he's keeping it all powered.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many of these IRL streamers is what they call them. If you don't know much about the world of streaming, there's a lot of different types of streamers. And we stream this show, and it's like a talk show being streamed. And then there's IRL streamers. This one hit by car. I'm putting this up on See It Now so you can take a look at the visual. And they go out into the world. And if you look on Twitch or Kick or any of the websites where they do this, you'll be able to see people who are currently all over the place walking and streaming themselves in basically real time. And this guy's doing it across the whole country. So that is great. It's not great that he got hit, but I will say he was straight up in the lane. I don't know where you're supposed to do when you're doing something like that. I guess if there's no sidewalk, where are you supposed to walk?
Right. And he's got that thing with wheels on it he's got to be able to push that. So.
Yeah. I'm not sure. You stream the News Junkie. Where can I watch it? You're not allowed to, sir. You are not allowed to. Everybody else is. Unfortunately for you, you are not allowed to, unfortunately. All right, let's see here very quickly. I want to get into a couple of dispatches. Actually, maybe we'll save those for when we come back and get geared up for the end of the show. I've got a bunch of them here. I do want to tell you, after yesterday's information about Jimmy Kimmel and his comments, where he was doing the fake roast of First Lady Melania Trump, he said she had the glow of an expectant widow. All right, the glow of an expectant widow was the one that kicked everybody off and got Melania Trump upset. She thought it was rude. She thought it was an evil thing to do, I guess. I don't know what her exact words were.
I don't know if she knows what her exact words were.
She was not a fan. She knows multiple languages.
Do you think she wrote that?
I don't know if she did or she didn't. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about just because it seemed like it was like a statement penned by somebody else.
Yeah, it seemed like a very professionally crafted statement. I don't know. I know that when I say this out loud, it's going to come out as like, you think she's an idiot. Yeah, no, it's not the case. It's just like, oh, all of a sudden, all of a sudden now that something has happened, the thing that happened 3 days before it is very, very bad.
Yeah, I mean, I changed my mind a little bit on this yesterday because I do 100% believe if this was a roast format joke, that is not unheard of at a roast. I think that like saying somebody has the glow of an expectant widow, like it's a roast style thing. That's what you do. It's literally what we make an agreement on. Again, stop clutching pearls. Like whatever. Don't watch the guy, right? That's the thing. That's my thing about all this. And I ain't watching Jimmy Kimmel. My God, he's obsessed with Trump. I don't want to watch him incessantly talk about all of this stuff. That seems boring to me.
Well, I wish I had the exact text that we got earlier when we were talking about how these shows have low ratings and stuff, and most people, when they consume the content from these shows, they're doing it on YouTube the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody said one of the things keeping Kimmel relevant is how much Trump talks about him, and I'm like,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yes. Ignore these people. Ignore them. You're keeping Colbert and all this stuff. You're right to suggest, if you want to say that late night is failing, it's in its final throes. And you're right to suggest you're giving them unwanted attention. But that, like, we're in sort of a haters in the spotlight kind of moment here where so much of that happens. The FCC says it's reviewing ABC's broadcast licenses, upping the pressure on the network's owner, Disney, which is again under White House fire over a late night monologue. The ABC licenses were not slated for license renewal until 2028 at the earliest, but they're doing it anyway. The FCC sent in a filing that Disney's corporate diversity policies may have violated anti-discrimination rules. So this is about like DEI policies that they have over at ABC/Disney.
And
that's
nothing to do with Kimmel?
No, but it all of a sudden becomes the investigation that's underway. Like, it just so happens that Kimmel makes the joke, bad joke or not, right? Kimmel makes the joke. And then it just so happens that somebody tries to shoot and kill Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And then it just so happens that the FCC starts investigating ABC immediately after what follows. So, I mean, again, I think this is like weaponizing of stuff. It's going to happen when the other guys get into the office. It's all bad, in my opinion, but there you are. That's the latest on that. All right, quick break. When we come back, we got 2 more segments for you. And I told you I was excited about talking about this. I think this is one that's going to get Courtney fired up. I want to see what happens here. All right, I want to see what happens when we come back. And it all comes down to outrage over BOGO. I'll explain. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a couple accidents to look out for. US 27 northbound at I-4, Reinhardt Road southbound before 417, on New York Avenue westbound before Pratt Avenue, on I-4, the major roadways. You won't be running into any surprises affecting your ride, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Hartford Auto Insurance.
Wait until you hear this. You could save hundreds by switching to AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford. Visit trusthartford.com. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
Ooh, just checking. 88 degrees out there. 88 degrees outside. It's official. Our air conditioners are up and running full throttle. It's the heat. It's arrived, and your AC is definitely getting taxed more. I had an issue the other day. I didn't panic at all, though, because I've got Mills Air. They have my back, and they're going to help you out, too. This is not just something that happens just for me because of the radio show. This is something that they do for every single person in Central Florida who has an issue with their air conditioner. So if you want somebody who's going to be fair, honest, and get the job done fast with your air conditioner, Mills Air is ready to do that. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you huge rebates for a brand new Carrier unit if you're interested. And I think you should be if you want to save money on your power bill every month, if you want to have a reliable AC and a reliable company to fix your AC when it's broken, you want Mills Air. Schedule your appointment today. Got a problem with your AC? 407-277-1041. 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Hello. Well, behind the scenes of the show, Power Hour is on. Yo, I gotta call out the constant crazy shit. Buzz again on YouTube. Buzz says, Sean in 1942. Just ignore Hitler, who cares? Okay. Sean, me in 1942. Just ignore Hitler, who cares? Can I tell you? Oh, you're back. You're sweaty. Hot out there? Okay.
Proceed.
No, I'm in the middle of a rant.
I want to hear.
I can't have you staring at me like that with your hands on your knees. Bye. Sean in 1942, shrugging off Hitler, who cares? Couple of things. One, if you think our current situation is comparable in any measurable way whatsoever to Adolf Hitler in 1942, you are fundamentally fucking retarded. Okay? You are too far gone to help if you literally think we are Hitler in 1942 right now in the United States of America. Your brain has been broken. Your brain has been broken, sir. It's absolutely unhinged levels of stupidity. Absolutely height of loud, dumb, and wrong. Right? It's just undeniably true to anybody who knows one tiny tidbit of history even. So fundamentally fucking retarded take. Number one. Number two, my entire point here has nothing to do with anybody shutting up about anything or silencing anybody or not letting anybody else speak about anything. My entire point would be ignore these people who are trolling you if you're the president, because overall they're not really that big of an impact on you each day. Ignoring them will probably be much more effective in the long run. I think that's just right. I think that just makes sense. But God, it's so embarrassing. Your brain is just bruised. Like you just walk around all day like, Hitler! Like, my God. Take a fucking breath. Enjoy the world for a second. You're not living through this fanfic history that you think you are. It's actually just the case that your guy lost the election and that policies that you don't like are in place. It's not the case that it's the Fourth Reich or whatever the hell you think is going on, you absolute weirdo. And this idea that like, hey, if you don't agree with me, if you don't agree with Buzz and his political takes that are probably shared by 2% of the United States of America, deeply unpopular bullshit. Deeply unpopular bullshit. If you don't agree with my incredibly unpopular take on this, you're with the rest of them. You're with the Nazis. Come on. It's so embarrassing. I expect more from people who listen to this show and watch this show every single day, because I'm constantly shown examples of how you guys can be smarter, better, more free thinking than almost every other audience out there, not locked into political teams, not caring about partisan nonsense, way smarter than so many other audiences out there. I hate that people like you drag that down. I really do. It's embarrassing and you should do better. So there's my response. If you keep trying to get attention like that, I'm going to nuke you in chat. Here we go.
It's Ryan Seacrest.
Amazing prizes.
Plus, talk to your favorite hosts using the TalkBack mic.
I have loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, COIN, COIN, COIN. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. And don't forget to answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Back to the best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
Somebody says, I would love to see the Sean permaban list. Oh, it's not as big as you would think it would be. That's one thing here. I've been doing this show for...
He says that a lot.
I do not say that a lot.
Says it all the time.
The band list. The band list on this show is not as big as people would think. That's what I'm responding to. Somebody in chat says, I'd love to see Sean's perma-band list for the show. It's not as big as you would think. Because honestly, the people who I find annoying, like the people who I call political people, there's such a small fraction of the country and certainly a small fraction of the audience. They're just loud as hell because they think that everybody agrees with them. Then they see election results and then they often realize like, oh, okay, I was a bit off on that. They're loud and annoying and wrong many, many, many times. But mostly if you saw the band list that I have, I don't have a band list. I just, on certain platforms, if I see somebody being obnoxious, I'll nuke them out of orbit. If they don't follow whatever rules there are for chat, I'll nuke them out of orbit. But there's really not that many people. Like if you looked at YouTube, maybe a dozen or something, and most of them are from things that every single one of you would line up and go, absolutely, 100%, I agree that person should have been banned for what they said, right? Then there's like one or two people banned from TNJ chat. I confidently tell you that every one of you, if I sat there and gave you the information, every one of you would be like, yep, 100% you should have banned that guy. Like, these are threats. These are these sorts of things that nobody would put up with. Those are the kind of people who I have banned on different platforms. So, yeah, I mean, it's not what you would think. But there are a lot of stupid people. And when you get to an audience loud enough, you're going to have these, like, weird, dumb hecklers. I was talking about somebody in chat who can remain nameless or user nameless, I should say. And like the takes from some of these people that are swimming in that sea of very political stuff are dumb and just obnoxious and not winning over anybody out there. But even that person is not like, I'm not there to ban them yet. If they keep trying to get attention, probably at some point they might get. But to put a fine point on it, I don't really like banning a lot of people. And when I say that somebody's banned on the dispatch side, it usually just means that their name when they come in is blackballed and I don't play the dispatches. And the vast majority of them are actually because the quality wasn't good over the years. And that's what most of the people...
By the way, you just reversed today.
I did. Yeah, I reversed. I would think that of the people blackballed on dispatches, which is kind of blocked on dispatches, it means your dispatches don't show up with everybody else. Maybe 6 people, 7 people or something. Not many people at all. Can I check? Is there a way for us to check?
I don't think we have that built in.
I don't know if I could. Otherwise, I would. I don't know how many.
I'd have to find the SQL command that just shows me, lists me all those things. Yeah.
Hack into the mainframe. Give us the results. I want to tell you something, speaking of hacking, that you can do. That's a new feature. I'm a big fan of this. Mostly because I made it. But yesterday, I made it so TNJ chat, you can send in links, and the links come right into my dashboard while I'm doing the show over here. So as I'm doing the show, you will put links into chat. You'll be like, hey, check this out. I think you might be interested in this. And the links immediately when you post them in TNJ chat, no matter what it is. Like if you have a link you want to share with the show, you can email it, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, but you could also just post it in TNJ chat, and it comes right into my interface. Not only can I see it, but I can reward you if it's good, with points in chat. So I can give you like gifted points so you can use them over on chat. One of the ones that somebody sent in yesterday, which I did think was legitimately interesting, and I wanted to run by C-Lane, was about Albertsons. And here's the story, C-Lane. All right? I know you're big on BOGO. Courtney's a BOGO queen. She does a lot of smart shopping to save us money at the grocery store. Here's the story from GroceryDive.com. Albertsons hit with BOGO deals lawsuit. Washington State alleges that the parent company of Safeway, Hagen, and its namesake banner Albertsons used BOGO deals to overcharge consumers in over 3 million transactions in 5 years. All right, so what did they actually do? Here's what we know. Albertsons is facing a lawsuit from Washington State alleging that the grocery company overcharged customers in over 3 million transactions that were involving BOGO deals. The lawsuit, which was filed Monday in King County Superior Court, claims the grocery store operators Safeway, Hagen, and Albertson stores violated a state consumer protection law by artificially, here's the point, artificially increasing the price of BOGO items leading up to the promotion.
No.
It's artificial price manipulation, they say. And so they're saying that the grocery store, in this case, Albertsons, would take stuff that was going to go BOGO and they would rise the price up in the month beforehand, and then they'd make it BOGO and it would feel like a better deal than it was. Here's an example, because I know you're going to want an example here. The lawsuit gives examples including a bottle of olive oil at an Albertsons in Gig Harbor, Washington. It cost $6.99 a week before the BOGO deal. Then it went up to $10.99 beforehand. And during the BOGO promotion, it was $10.99, buy one, get one free. So instead of being, let's just say, $14, right, for two of them, it was $11 for two of them. But that wasn't a true BOGO because the original price was $7 and they brought it all the way up to $11 before they did the BOGO deal. In case that doesn't make any sense, I'm throwing too many things at you here. They raised the cost of the product before making it a BOGO, so it really isn't buy one, get one. It's buy one, get kind of half of one is what it seems like, actually.
I don't know. I mean, like, isn't this something we kind of all just assume happens everywhere? I mean, maybe not this drastically, maybe not $7 to $11, but, you know, that's pretty noticeable and pretty easy to call out a company on. But haven't we kind of, like, just guessed that this is part of the grift?
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do that in some states. I don't know about Florida. But you're not
I was
allowed
going to
in some
say, is this a
places
regional law that they're breaking? I'm pretty curious. Because, I mean, I would argue, and I know this is, you know, anti-consumer, but...
Do you think we would see this at Publix, you think?
I don't know if it would be that drastic, but I think, you know, the prices have been going up on a bunch of stuff anyway, so it's hard to, like, if you have to raise the price on something just because it's more expensive now, does that mean that there's a waiting period before you can make it BOGO just so you're not violating this rule?
Well, people are agreeing with you in terms of they're saying, doesn't Amazon do this all the time? Doesn't everybody do this? But you know, you go grocery shopping a lot, right? A couple times a week?
Yes.
Yeah? All right.
Much to my wife's dismay, I often grocery shop just for one meal or one day or something, and I don't always... you know, make a list and plan out multiple dinners at a time. I try to be more efficient than that, but as efficient as I am with every other thing in my life, mostly, I think grocery shopping is one of the least efficient things I do. If you were to geo-track me through the halls or through the aisles of a Publix,
all over the place,
you would just see ding, 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 yeah, you know, just
you're like a
Parisian
stuff. Man. You're like a Parisian. Somebody living in Paris. You get one meal at a time. Go to the market and get like your bread and your meats. Am
I supposed to be insulted by that? Because calling me a Parisian does not sound at all insulting. I'm like, oh yes. Oui.
The Parisian.
I'm like the Parisian.
That's what everybody says when they see it. They're like, God, Sealand is so Parisian. God, what a Jesus. I think a lot of people agree with you, and they seem to think that everybody's doing this. But I guess you can't, at least in some of these locations here. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know if this would be like in New York or other places, if this would be illegal. Is this illegal in New York or Florida? All right, let's see if the same thing is actually illegal in either one of these states where most of our affiliates are. But I guess this is something that happens. It's not automatically illegal in New York or Florida, but if the behavior described in that lawsuit could be illegal anywhere, it's misleading pricing.
See, yeah, I don't think the pricing is misleading. Like, I get that it seems like a grift here, and it probably is. But to raise the price of something and then offer it at BOGO, all right, it used to be $7. Now it's $11.
Yes.
Well,
That's not BOGO,
but I can no longer buy it for $7, right? Because the price went up. Now I have the option of buying one at $11. However, if I buy one at $11, I have the option of receiving an additional one for no money. That by definition is BOGO. Now, some states, the idea of BOGO where you have to buy one to get the other one, like the idea of BOGO is not, I don't know if it's not legal, but it's kind of banned in some states where they have rules on the books that say if something is offered as BOGO, you have to be allowed to buy one at half price.
Oh,
so some states say that if, let's even simplify the numbers even more, right?
I wonder if that's why they do it in particular.
If some states say, like, you have a $10 pack of beer and it is going BOGO, so you can buy this pack of beer for $10 and you get another one free. That's what happens in Florida. Other states have a rule that says if you have this $10 pack of beer and it's buy one, get one, you must sell one of these to a person for $5 and they don't have to pay the full price to get two.
So it would be half price then.
Yes.
And then
BOGO becomes a half.
But if they don't want to do that, then they would rise the price up so it makes it so people wouldn't just get one. That wouldn't be beneficial to them.
Sure, and maybe that's where they have run afoul of the rule in that state.
Interesting. I didn't even think of that being one of the reasons why they did this. Okay, when we come back, we'll take your final thoughts on this and everything else we talked about today on the show. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday night forecast. Very pleasant rest of the evening. We're going to see those temperatures staying mild through the overnight tonight with partly cloudy skies as temperatures drop into the mid and upper 60s. Thursday, we're mainly going to see some scattered showers and some thunderstorms north of the metro. But other than that, most of the region staying dry as temperatures stay in the 90s through the rest of the work week. Much more rain on tap as we round out the weekend on
Hello. Skull mic activated. It's time to rate the show. Let's do it. Let's rate the show. 10 out of 10 is a winner into the Hall of Fame. No notes. 1 out of 10 into Loserville, the corner no one wants to be in. Nobody wants to be in it. Rate the show out of 10. 8.7 live streamers hit by cars out of 10. 7 showering autistics out of 10. How could you? 9.3 BOGOs out of 10. 20 out of 10 smashed PS5s. Forgive me, I'm doing Today I Learned to get us all wrapped up. 10 bad jokes out of 10. 100 out of 100. 10 out of 5. It's a BOGO rating system. Nice work. 8.9 out of 10 clean shaves. I'll take it. 10 political people out of 10. I can't rate the show. There was a squatter at my desk for the last 3 hours. 3 hours? 7.5 sneaky Klansmen out of 10. All right, I'm getting the audio ready. I can't cue it up. C-Lane ain't here. 10 out of 10, don't give it Fs. God bless you. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Hang on. This guy. This guy. 5 gifted subs. Boom! Boom! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, this guy. Appreciate you. Those are long ago claimed, but still, thank you so much for gifting those. It's never too late. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and give some subs. Does it just stick on that screen now? This guy gifted 5 subs, and we love you for it, this guy. Big interview tomorrow. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And do not forget, one thing that's very important. Under no circumstances should you ever... That's about all I have to say about that, honestly. That's about all I have to say about that. Exclamation point podcast. No spaces. Over in chat. That'll launch the podcast player. "90 seconds and we're back." This guy is our chatter of the day. Thank you so much, this guy. Appreciate you. Thanks for the gifted subs. I gotta fix this thing. It's getting stuck.
Across America each and every day.
$5,000 in school supplies.
We're helping get teachers the resources they need to inspire the next generation.
All the people who help our children to learn and thrive, it's a partnership. We can't do it by ourselves.
Just go to iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This
wrap here. Thanks. No matter where you're listening to us today, we appreciate you. Keep listening for those keywords, though. I kid you not. This is one of the things people sleep on. Oftentimes you think, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, oftentimes you think, well, they're giving something away. In this case, $1,000 with these keywords. So I don't have any shot at winning it. And a lot of people think that same way, and they don't even participate. So you have a way better shot than you think. Whenever you hear one of the keywords, including at the top of the hour potentially, make sure you listen to what it says and get yourself $1,000. So many people have won. Celine tells me there is an abundance of time available at the end of the show today. Mm-hmm. So we're going to explore this time.
We've never read War and Peace on the air before, cover to cover.
I only know the beginning of, is it Moby Dick? It was
Call
the best
Ishmael.
of times, it was the worst of times?
Nope.
No, it's, what's that one? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
It was the best of times, worst of times.
Famous book, right?
Tale of Two Cities.
Tale of Two Cities.
By
yes.
whom?
By H.G. Wells.
Charles Dickens.
Told you. I told you.
We don't have
Charles
time
Dickens.
for multiple choice.
Let's get out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Genuinely, thank you for hanging out with us during the show today. We should be joined tomorrow with the team that is taking care of all of those sloths that they rescued from Sloth World. They have reached out. We've reached out to them, and they're interested in doing it. So we'll talk to them, I think, at 11:30 or in the first hour. The first hour, no matter what time you're listening, in the first hour, we should have that tomorrow on the show. Today on this band right here.
Oh, the B-52s.
That's right. Not the washed up, tired in Vegas version, but the classic B-52s. The band who also sang Rock Lobster, a song that inspired John Lennon to make music again in 1980, because he says, that reminds me of Yoko Ono's work. I don't know if that's flattering or not, but here you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast.